can all just, ask questions to each other. What have we always wanted to know about each other? Keep it appropriate.
You know that's never going to be the option, man. Good evening, everyone. This is your Welcome to Wolf 10. I'm your Werewolf. We're here to celebrate 200. Now 202, I'm going to assume right now because I didn't check recently. Eloise, the bear, the bear of the North, will probably confirm that. But we're celebrating 200 subs, guys. Thank you for all of the support and love that you've been giving us by subscribing and always tuning in. And we just lost Eloise again. Wow. Anyways, so what I plan to do now that we have 200, I decided to decide. Why am I repeating myself? Let me start over. I thought of something that we haven't done since season 2 of WCR, Q&A session. And it came at a time where we're doing this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have done it on the weekend. I don't know.
No. This is perfect. Everybody's coming home from hard day of work. They just want to relax. They're going to hear us ramble, and they get to ask us a couple of questions.
All right. Sorry for joining in early. Hello.
Hello, Final.
Well, I'm not done introducing people yet, man.
Wait, Eloise was just in the stream earlier. Where did she go?
She got black bag. We need to save her.
Oh, great.
Quick, to the Wolfmobile. No.
Negro, we don't drive no mobile. We got SDF, man.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Where's
Dimensional Fortress.
All right. Quick, to the spaceship.
Meaning we don't drive no damn mopeds and Vespas. We drive Vertex or Valkyries if you want to be fancy.
All right. Valkyrie. Quick, to the Valkyrie. All right. It's lost its substance.
And we have Victoria Fagbot with us. I hope you got some questions for us. I hope you've been saving some questions for us because I did say we're going to do some quick Q&A for this Tuesday. Yes, that's right. We're doing a Q&A. You can ask the Wolf Commander any kind of question. Please try to be very covert with your questions. But you can also ask the Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but has excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna. I'm ready to answer all your questions and celebration! 202 subscribers! Woohoo!
UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. And where am I, man? I should introduce you first. As we're supposed to be gentlemen, we have the lovely Leia Valor, Leia Plus Size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor, and I am ready for some great Q&A this evening. So we are going to have some fun with this. I'm very curious to see what questions you have in store for us. And if you have any questions for me, I will try to answer them to the best of my ability.
You would think the prospect of Q&A would mean they come here for the ladies to hear what the ladies have to say. Here I thought chicks would just bring in all the boys to the yard. Excuse me, Leia.
No,
excuse me, Eloise, who was here earlier.
Don't you know it's high-tech robots? Giant robots.
And ladies in uniforms. Don't forget ladies in uniforms. And if we don't get any questions, answers to us, it'll still be just another chill stream like always. We can just socialize and just just wait for the next question to come up and or you can ask a topical question for us and we'll answer to the best of our abilities or answer to the best of our know-how. We like to talk shit. We're a rowdy bunch, but we do our part. Anyways, we also have the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Greetings, YouTube viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 012, and welcome to another stream of the UN Space Fleet Wolf Squadron. Now with a Q&A stream. Feel free to ask your questions in the chat, whichever topic we... Okay.
You'll get there, man. You'll get there.
Okay.
Yes, just take your time. You're doing great.
You can do it. Go on.
Okay.
Wrong, dudes.
Right. Whichever question you might have, feel free to put it in the chat. Any topical question, any question you like, we'll be able to answer to the best of our ability.
Mind you, we're not experts. Far from it. But like I said, we try our best. We try our best, and we try our best not to to spread misinformation either, of course. But
Okay.
you got
All right.
90% for that final. You called it the UN space fleet. It's the UN Spacey Wolf Fleet.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
You still did great, though. You still did great.
Thank you.
Did a very good job.
What you gonna say, Schooner?
I said he did a very good job, and I was just simply saying that. Yeah. So bring on the questions. What questions we got?
And with that accent, it sounds just wonderful.
Thank you.
I guess we can just shoot the shit for now until somebody start popping in with the questions. I'm pretty sure Victoria's taking her sweet ass time to type in a question. Probably related to dolphins.
But we appreciate you stopping by, Victoria.
Hey, share the stream too. You know we got a Q&A.
Yeah, maybe Big Al can ask us a question.
Oh, she popped in the first question. So
here we go.
This is for all of us. So she asked specifically me, yes, but this is for all of us. What is your thoughts on Twitter comments on Batman being a selfish billionaire? I heard about it from Clownfish TV. I've seen that. I've already said I've already said my piece on it, and I've said my piece before in a few streams again, and I'm gonna keep repeat myself on that front. I'm like, it's funny how they try to question how Bruce uses his money. They feel entitled to his money. They demand him to use his money for the benefit of other people. And I'm just sitting here like, so you think you have every right to tell a person how they spend their money versus when if you had that kind of money, like you think you would be spending that money responsibly?
Yeah.
I'm like, the poor has no say in how a rich person uses their money. As and let me also tell you this: that's hard-earned money from most rich people. Most. I talk the people who work their way up to that riches. They didn't just get rich overnight. They work their way up to the riches, and you're trying to tell them how they should handle their hard-earned money. You calling them selfish? They don't even know you.
Well, just to bring it back to argue even from the standpoint of the comic book lore and universe, Bruce Wayne has used his money for a lot of social programs in Gotham City. He actually pays. He's putting the doctors in Arkham Asylum on his payroll, whether they know it or not. He's paying for their treatment. And it's not just, more bars to keep them locked up. No, he's actually paying therapists. And,
absolutely. He is a philanthropist after all. Wait, is he a philanthropist?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I think.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, because I think his father too, is also a philanthropist.
Yeah. In fact, what I love about more than anything in the world is that one of the comic books even states that he does not, in any sense, he does not promote, condone, or even dabble his company into any sort of weapons manufacturing. He hates guns that much. And you would have think that the liberals would have, the progressives – sorry, my bad. The progressives would have highlighted this virtue of Batman. But no, in fact, they say, no, we want Batman to use guns. And I'm like, Batman is so anti-gun. All of his gadgets, like his grappling hook, at least in Batman the Animated Series, isn't even shaped like a gun. Whereas in the Snyderverse, he's using like guns galore whole hog. Batman is so anti-gun, even if it's not a gun but shaped like a gun, he won't use it.
Absolutely, yes. In fact, Red Hood is the one who uses that too, because he's just out for vengeance against the Joker. He's everything of what Batman is. Or no, not is, isn't. He's the antithesis of what Batman is.
Basically, Red Hood is trying to say, you're just one bad day away from me. And Batman acknowledges this. He says, yeah, you know what? You're the one who he says, look, I wanted, even in Under the Red Hood, he says, I've always wanted to kill the Joker. I've wanted to subject him to every sort of horrors that he has done and then finally end him. But if I do that, then I betray everything that I stand for. Effectively, why he does not kill, one, is because he believes he has empathy for all of his villains because he knows that at one point or another, maybe he could have became any single one of them. But secondly, he doesn't kill them because he believes in the people of Gotham City to do what needs to be done. If he kills them, he's saying that he is acting as judge, jury, and executioner, and that the people of Gotham City do not know what is good for them. And all tyrants begin that way, believing that they know better than the people.
Exactly. And I just lost my train of thought. What was it?
And again, how they're telling him how he spends all of his money fighting these crimes, but he does tie his money into trying to get the homelessness off the streets of Gotham. He funded the DA law enforcement and even Harvey Dent's campaign because he believed in him. Now,
exactly, yeah. And if not only that, he's also pretty much more or less of a paragon, which actually he is another paragon aside from Superman. Because the entire reason why Batman happened was because of Superman. He's pretty much Superman in a different context. Yeah. Because they both know right from wrong. They choose to do the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do. And as much as they may have their doubts, and they may as well have their flaws, I'm not saying Superman is flawed, because of course this is a fictional universe, but they still actually have to keep their composure, and they still have to act mature and make more rational decisions. Why? Because they're grown-ass adults.
Yes, exactly. They're the adults at the end of the day, and it's this. Yeah, exactly. I mean, bingo, right there. You said it perfectly, Final. They can have their moments of doubts. I don't know where this belief came. Oh, the perfect hero never has their moments of doubts and that blah, blah. No, Captain America, Superman, all of these heroes that were the paragon of virtue and good admit privately that of their doubt. But when the chips are down, they stand by what they say, their convictions, because that is they call it a blind naivete, but they say good. I mean, I welcome that blind naivete because it's worth fighting for in the end.
Leia.
Yeah, they act more so like knights, actually. Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on, y'all. Leia, what you have to say on this question?
Well, first of all, I want to say that in all my years of watching Batman movies, cartoons, comic books, I've never remembered him using a gun to bring down the villains that he has to face. So Scooty's right on that part. He uses, even though he has his utility belt and other forms of combat to defeat the bad guys, to fight them off, but never to go out. Again, he's not the Punisher. He's not going out with a gun ready to blow everyone away. Now, as far as this quote, the first thing I say, it's stupid and ignorant by woke Twitter bots sitting at home, depressed about their life, and feel that maybe they deserve some sort of handout instead of getting off their butts and working their way up to whoever they want to be in life, like everybody else has done, and tries to transfix this on a fictional character in a fictional world. Like you all said, him being a billionaire is they're trying to equate Bruce with another billionaire that eventually became president. That's what I think they're doing. They're equating him with another person that was a billionaire himself and became a president. And now they think every Caucasian male billionaire is like that. They've developed some sort of prejudice, but that's not who Bruce Wayne is. He's exactly what you say he is, Scooney, with his money. And I think he uses that money really to fund what he needs to fight crime. He's not really out there splurging his money. He's not really. I mean,
he does. He gives the appearance that he's doing that. Yes. Obviously, because he's trying to throw everybody off. Yeah, he's trying to grab a headline here and there. He's driving the nice cars. He's dating the supermodels and all that kind of stuff. But really, but that's all for show. What they don't see, because that's the funny thing, is that Bruce Wayne sets up all of these dummy corporations, and he doesn't let anybody know what he's spending his money on.
Right, exactly.
And they all think, oh, he's just doing that to fund his more Batmaning. And it's like, yeah, well, some of it's for that. But actually, these dummy corporations are actually, the social programs that are helping Gotham City.
Yes, exactly. And these woke bots on Twitter are too ignorant to see that.
It's because they're not fans of Batman.
Right.
They basically say he's white, he's a billionaire, ergo he's Donald Trump. And I'm like, what?
That's exactly it.
It's come more so that it's far so. It's more so they just like want to question everything. It's like, okay, it's fine if you want to question, but just like doing nothing but questioning, what's even your meaning? Like you're just gonna be left clueless if you just question everything.
About that, and we're gonna go into Victoria's next question because she's asking some interesting questions and some questions a question I've been want to get my 2 cents on too as well. But continue, guys. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's more so like if you just question everything, even if you just say yes to everything, you're hardly gonna be left. You're not even gonna know. You're not gonna know what you even want in life. Like nothing's gonna mean anything to you. You're just gonna be left clueless. You don't even know what the hell you want.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? They say, I don't know what to do because everything is bad. And then in swoop the progressive saying, well, let us guide your hand when in fact they're actually, pulling your strings like a puppet.
Exactly.
Yeah, like if there's one goal that would be inachievable, like strive to be better like every aspirational hero would do, someone like Captain America or Superman, to even cathartic motivational heroes who, yeah, they do mess up, but they do doesn't often keep going because of the motivational in the name. Yeah, it's okay to mess up, but okay, at least try.
Well, and that was the thing about even Batman. I mean, he is, like you said, he is trying to be this paragon of virtue, but what separates him from Superman is that Batman does fail. And he does, because he does wonder if what he's doing is really making
Superman don't fail.
Well, not until recently, because Superman is supposed to be the paragon. But when he fails, even if Superman fails, there's an important lesson to be learned, just like Batman. If Batman fails, there's a lesson to be learned. And I've always loved on Infinity Crisis when Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman arrived too late to save Superboy, who was killed fighting Superboy Prime. What does Batman say? We don't let this happen again. And we continue forward. That's what it means. It's not about how well you can triumph over adversity, but how you can keep moving after the tragedy has happened.
Exactly, I agree. And then for myself,
what do you do, Al? What do we do, Alfred? We endure, Bruce.
Yep. He goes, people are dying. What would you have me do? And he goes, endure. Take it. They'll hate you for it, but that's the whole point of Batman. He can be the outcast. Make the choice no one else has to face. The right choice. And Gotham needs you.
I agree. And for myself, I always take people back to the Donner Superman and the ending of the movie with the situation with Lois Lane. I always say, when you're saying Superman don't fail, I said, well, did you get the ending of Richard Donner's Superman? When he feels he thinks he saved the crisis, but there's just this one person of everyone else, that one person that meant so much to him, he couldn't save. And did you see all that emotion come out, even causing him to do what his father told him not to do? His real father said, it's forbidden for you to interfere with human history. And what does he do? He interferes because he couldn't bear the thought of losing Lois.
Yeah, and that did come back to bite him in the sequel.
Yes.
That choice that he made did come back to bite him in the sequel. Everybody says, oh, he just rewound time and, all that stuff. Look, I'll be the first one to say, of all the things that were, because the movie is far from a perfect movie. Yes, I will say that the time travel bit was a quick Deus Ex Machina. But the sequel deals with the ramifications of that.
Yes, I would agree. I would agree with that. And that's why the sequel it holds up. I know the special effects probably not hold up, but the story itself it holds up as far as Superman on screen. As you said, Scooney, it does come back to him, and he makes bad choices in part 2. So he makes bad choices in part 2, but then he realizes the consequences of those bad choices. There is a part in the movie where he realized, I've made a mistake, at the cost of, my heart, which is what my father warned me about. Remember, he warned him about that. but
Yep.
he ignored it.
Mhm.
He ignored it, and then there was consequences to those actions.
Especially, yeah, exactly. After he saves the day, what does he do? He wants to spend the rest of his life with Lois, so he gets his powers taken away from him. And yeah, the guy at the diner beating him up is it's the first domino that's going to fall, because then what comes next? Zod shows up.
Right, and yeah, and he's powerless to stop him. Yeah. And then he realizes, oh, you know.
I love when he goes back to the Fortress of Solitude and he's on his knees. He's begging his dad. He's saying, "Father, give me back my powers. I realize the mistakes that I've made. Please, please, let me do this." And it's again, that's an important moment too of the hero's journey,
right?
Because while you may have made a mistake, it's never. And this is also echoed in X-Men: Days of Future Past. You may have fallen, but it's never too late to come back from your mistake.
Exactly. I agree.
You
and
fell
this
far, my little Kyle, but we'll never leave you, even in the face of our death. The richness of our lives shall be yours. All I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more. I bequeath you, my son. You'll carry me inside you all the days of your life. You'll make my strength your own and see my life through your eyes, as your life will be seen through mine. The son becomes the father, and the father and the father the son. This is all I can send you, Kal-El.
Yeah. And I think it's brilliant too, because it's not so much saying like, "Oh, I knew I was going to be in the Fortress of Solitude and I know about your destiny and blah, blah, blah." No, this is a father basically saying that even if I'm not around, you will still be, I'll still be with you, because you are a piece of me and your mother.
And you're telling this, and you see that even though he's the Man of Steel, he needs that. He needs that. That gives him the fire to pick himself up from the mistake he made in the second one, when he realizes, I've made this mistake. And then he also feels guilt because he says, I've let you down. Here's the Man of Steel saying, humbling himself, saying, I have let you down, like you said. And so, and like you said, he doesn't waddle in the mistake. He picks himself up from it and gives himself right, which is the opposite of what these woke nuts want to do. They make the mistake and they want to waddle in it. But no, you have
exactly.
To
it's even what many writers even did with Superman, especially the rest of the Justice League. In the first Injustice game, actually, I was just like, okay, why?
Well, I can forgive that because it's a parallel universe. Okay, yes, we have the evil Superman.
I mean, I get it's supposed to be
that part can best describe what you guys are all thinking. This is no fantasy, no careless product of wild imagination. No, my good friends, these indictments I have brought to you today, specific charges listed herein against the individuals, their acts of treason, their ultimate aim of sedition. These are the matters of undeniable fact. I ask you now to pronounce judgment on those accused. On this mindless aberration, whose only means of expression are wanton violence and destruction. On the woman Ursa, whose perversions and unreasoning hatred of all mankind have threatened even the children of the planet Krypton. Finally, General Zod, once trusted by this council, charged with maintaining the defense of the planet Krypton itself, chief architect of this intended revolution, and author of this insidious plot to establish a new order amongst us, with himself as absolute ruler. You have heard the evidence. The decision of the council will now be made. The vote must be unanimous, Jor-El. It has therefore now become your decision. You alone will condemn us. If you wish, and you alone will be held responsible by me. Join us. You have been known to disagree with the council before. Yours could become an important voice in the new order, second only to my own. I offer you a chance for greatness, Jor-El. Take it. Join us. I've seen the likes of your new order too many times before. I know only too much about what you call greatness. You will bow down before me, Jor-El. I swear it. No matter if it takes an eternity. You will death. Ooh, shit! I fucked that up now.
You were doing a great job.
You were doing sensational. That's wow, great
It's because
job
I'm
there,
reading the damn quotes and my damn brain keeps jumping ahead of my damn mouth every single damn time.
Welcome to my life.
I know. It's like when you read things aloud, I read things aloud and I read them aloud fast. And I've trained myself to do that. And it's like when you it's one thing to voice act and when you're reading it, it's like those are two separate things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, if I have to get into voice act, I have to really find a way to have my voice and my mind kind of run the race together, like tie their legs together in a way.
But yeah, I get what you're saying with the quote by Zod right there too. It's basically,
Anyway,
yeah. Go ahead.
we'll move on to Victoria's question. And I know we've been
Yeah.
talking extensively about the first question, so let's get on to the next one. And this is a doozy, guys. She says, Wolf, what is your thoughts on cultural appropriation? It's spelled appropriate, but it's technically appropriation. Do you think there's some truth to it or total BS? It's complete BS.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Total
Now,
BS.
before we even go, deep dive into that one, let me explain where I was approaching that whole phrase before. So when I heard of things like cultural appropriation, or at least like a lot of things that they were touting, this was my mind, right? When every time I heard things like that, cultural appropriation. Oh, so you're gonna have black people revisit their cultural lives, like look at the jazz, the blues, the Renaissance, stuff like that. You're gonna have educate black people on achievements that we had attained in the past, right? We're gonna also look at other people cultures too, like Native Americans, Indians. We're gonna learn about history, mythology. No, it's apparently somebody taking somebody else and appropriating that culture.
Mm-hmm. Even when they're trying to say diversity is at the forefront of our minds, they're still talking about white people.
And I'm sitting here so you're basically just trying to gatekeep in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically saying dreadlocks is of black folk, so every black folk has to have dreadlocks. Why you stereotyping me, man?
Yeah.
You know we wear fades, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most men do. Not every man you meet is gonna wear dreadlocks or braids. Look,
Yep.
half of us Negroes don't want to look like ghetto trash, and yet we got this whole little cultural appropriation mess nonsense caked into our freaking brain that every time I see somebody who's supposed to be representing a smart black individual, they all tie it up and braid it up now. Even with that dumbass faded short dreadlock shit that they got hanging off their fucking face, looking like Killmonger and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't even get me started on the damn one with them power puffball hairstyles. I'm so sick and tired of the damn hairstyle. That fucking mushroom on the forefront of your forehead, dangling off your forehead and shit.
Mushroom on the head? What are they, Toad?
Yes.
You funny. But yeah, I'm like I'm so dead sick of that fucking hairstyle. I'm like, put some braids on that bitch. Be Moesha, not Susie wannabe. Be Susie wannabe. You know how you want to call her, cause Moesha got them braids, them pigtail braids, them barrette braids, them BDB braids. You know what I'm talking about, Leia. You know
Yes,
what I'm
I
talking about.
do. Yes, I do. Yes.
I'm talking. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to tell you a story. No, I'm gonna look up some old school '90s hairstyle. I wish these motherfuckers would go back to. I'm also so sick and tired of them fat braids that they're wearing these days. That they tired. They wrap that shit around like they trying to look like Erykah Badu.
Yes.
Y'all seen that hairstyle?
I've seen that. Yes.
Yep,
I've seen them. Yes.
Man, I'm so dead sick and tired of that shit too. So dead sick and tired of that shit.
Well, I
that
got
shit
tired.
look nasty.
Well, I got tired every time TV shows wanted to do a drop back to the 70s, or there was a time in the 90s when all the black TV shows wanted to go back to the 70s for some reason. Everybody had afro. All of us did not have afros from the 70s. There were other hairstyles other than an afro. Yes. I've seen pictures of my parents with afros, but they also had other hairstyles as well. Other
My dad had
looks.
Jerry curl.
Yeah, they had other hairstyles as well. So every time they do that, everybody's gonna have the big, gigantic, as big as the Titanic boat afro on top of their head all the time, and it's like everybody doesn't wear it. My mom said she had it for a bit, but then she got tired of it and switched to another hairstyle. I know this by the pictures that she showed me when I was a little girl, and she showed me the pictures of her. And it was not always. My dad had a perm at one time, so everybody doesn't have that look. And then they, for some reason, they feel that a hairstyle is supposed to define, I guess, their blackness. Now, all of us who are not blind can see.
Fuck a blackness.
Yeah, we can see that you're black, but just because you wear a certain hairstyle doesn't make you no blacker than before you came into this world. So I mean, if you like a certain hairstyle, cool, but it doesn't define you as a person. That's not gonna make you like I said, don't make you no blacker than you were when you came into this world.
How is you trying to call somebody appropriating culture when like this whole incident where you got the Chinese buns, and then they're calling them out for cultural appropriate. I'm like, bitch, puffs were fucking invented in the damn 70s. These Chinese hairstyles is way more ancient than your motherfucking ass puff ball hair.
Yeah,
you trying to get on them about that bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just
or Viking hair. Bitch, Vikings had their own motherfucking hair. You trying to call them out for wearing braids?
Yeah,
I'm just wishing, where's Sanford and Son, or where's what was it? The Jeffersons. I mean, those were normal shows.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Or even Family Matters.
Yeah. Look at Family Matters. Even on Martin, Pam, even with her weave, had a different one, each week. So
look, I'm not saying that we should be going back to weaves now. I'm just saying like we had style and grace when it came to hairstyles. We didn't need all this fashion, this whole Moniker hair that they wear these days. That's the problem I have with that shit. What used to be something that women would wear on occasions, or at least wear because it was trending, but it was something that you wear casually. It's now become a badge of honor. Now it seems like they wearing like it's their coat of arms.
I hate to bring up a crime movie, but you guys remember? Of course, we all know American Gangster. Okay, they dressed like the stereotypical blacks of the 70s when they were going out to clubs or when they were socializing, but in their own home they were dressing like normal people.
Yeah. I just want to say
it's a weird condition this day and age to read any good news on a newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. Cause all I see is a tower of dreams. Real love bursting out to every scene. Come on, back up, we're gonna fill our house with happiness. The moon may cry. We're gonna swallow the blues with tenderness. When days go by, there's room for you, room for me, for Jim. Well, fuck. I don't know.
You keep going. Why'd you stop?
That part escapes me. I don't like. Wait a minute. Hang on. How's that? Okay, I'll skip to the end. As days go by, it's a bigger love for the family. Did I do that?
I think my favorite part of that theme song was the entire family barricading the door, and on the other side is Urkel.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Everybody thinks about that part. That is funny, and the song is catchy. Every time the song started, you hum that song.
I knew that shit by heart, considering I don't really hear the full version that much.
No, every once in a while you hear the full version of the song. Yeah,
I always hear the shorter version. I was surprised I didn't flub up at that point. It's like, oh, I'm doing good. Keep going. And then I got that last part. I was like, yeah, I didn't get that far into that.
No,
I don't know how that part goes.
Wolf, I'm serious. You were singing from your heart. You weren't thinking about it. That's the key.
For once.
Don't think about it. Just do.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf, I want to say one thing. I have to backtrack on one of your comments. I am guilty of sin because every once in a while I do like to wear weaves because I like the variety of different looks that it gives me, and sometimes I'm just lazy with my hair sometimes.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Yeah, there's a stigma when it comes to weaves. You know, we all want to stigmatize. What I'm saying is that weave or no weave, we had some designs.
Yes, I will agree. Yes, I agree with you with that. Yes, I think you make a valid point.
The hair looked great in the 90s and forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I agree with you on that point. I do.
My problem is, like I said, the hairstyles are now a fucking coat or badge of honor or arms, what have you. And that's really fucking me up so badly because every time I see these broads wear these kind of hairstyles, you know it's a recipe for disaster with these bitches.
And the men too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the same problem here with the SJ hobos. Y'all know what that problem here look like.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. In the past, because I blame the coding. Oh, the coding. I hate the coding because they were talking about queer coding, or black coding, and I'm just like, what? And they're like, yes, because this guy right here is wearing a yellow handkerchief in his coat pocket, that means he's gay. Yes, it's a code. And I'm just like, what?
Why should that even matter to you?
And now they're just saying, oh, look at this. I shaved the side of my head because I am lesbian. And I'm like, what? I am third wave feminist because of the hair. And I'm like, what? I don't know.
Yeah, because apparently that's the most important thing in life that matters. Like, yes, I can definitely tell that shaving the side of your head, basically, it's apparently, yeah, that means lesbian, unless more than basically sounds a lot more like a punk girl.
For the straight guy.
Well, pretty much, yeah. It's just like, so like, that's what matters to you instead of just like being your own person, like doing your own thing, like worrying about your own life. Like that doesn't matter to you at all, really?
I know. It's I don't know. I mean, it was just like in the 90s. I mean, first off, the 90s was the time of diversity, inclusion, and all of that stuff because they weren't the marketing wasn't focusing on that. They were getting us to like these characters. I mean, case in point, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Why did we love that show? Because it was just funny watching these guys interact with each other and arguing over what's the best plan to helping their weekly charge.
Exactly.
That's why we loved Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Now it's like Wolf is right. It's like a badge of honor. It's like for the woke crew to fight the patriarchy. It's the eagle, American bald eagle look, or it's every color of the rainbow, or it looks like they have yarn or crochet in their head. I agree with Wolf on that. It is. I think they're trying to reject femininity. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a theory I'm having, but they're trying to reject femininity and they're trying to make it so
I'm gonna ask you guys.
I don't identify male or female.
Do you prefer Moesha or Teletubby or confused businesswoman?
Moesha. My niece dressed like her all the time, and I thought my niece looked cute, and I was okay with that.
Because Teletubby right here, every time I see when they make that kind of hairstyle, they always got that resting bitch face look.
Yes,
with this broad right here.
Yeah, that is the non-binary. I don't
Nah,
answer to
she's
anyone.
no, look. That's just an example. She's obvious. She's perfectly feminine. What I'm saying is, when you run to people like that elsewhere, you know what I'm talking about. When it's like, yeah, you're right with what you're saying, Leia, the non-binary stuff. But yeah, what really annoys me is the damn power puff balls on top of it. What the fuck is that? You trying to be a Teletubby now?
Yeah.
No, they're more so like Pikmin and Olimar, like the game
Nah,
Pikmin.
don't denigrate Pikmin. Pikmin are cute. Nah, you really want to hurt them Teletubbies.
Wolf, what is the deal with men with buns and ponytails and men now? And this was actually a news report that was brought out here in my hometown, in Michigan. They're noticing black men with ponytails, buns, hair coiffs. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't have a picture of it.
Yeah.
Before we get into the man buns, I want let the dudes ain't exempt from this bullshit either. So let's get into the dudes real quick.
Yeah.
Let's get down to it. Let's get down with the dudes real quick, because I'm so sick and tired of that mop head on the side.
Yes,
the nappy fro with the shaved edges.
Mm-hmm.
Back then they were rocking that whole brush hawk.
Oh my God! You guys now. What I love about not what I love. Like, it's more funny, haha, and it's half funny, haha, and half funny, like, ugh. The whole vegan style.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to that in a bit. These ones that really annoy me.
They call it the soy boy getup. Ooh, yeah.
I like my brother. That ain't my brother, but he looks like him though. No, what I'm saying is like you. Oh, and don't even get me started on the wannabe Viking beards that they wear these days. That big
God.
old beard.
Oh,
yes. Vikings are stealing from you, bitch. You're stealing from Vikings with that brush beard.
I actually am fine with that one when they're letting the beard grow all the way so long.
So long that they'll trip all over it. I absolutely agree. It's so long I can't find their mouths. Their mouths are gone. It's hidden.
Some people can make it look
like what?
good.
Now they're just trying to have like the Albus Dumbledore beard or something.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like whatever happened to a brother that had a full beard? Go ahead, Schooner. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. Keep going.
I thought Duck Dynasty has beards so long like that.
Let's go whole ham. You're trying to look like Santa Claus. That's the real goal. We're all trying to look like Santa Claus.
Oh, and they always tying their damn braids in a ponytail. Every single time I see them, like nigga, let your hair down.
We have a guy on our job that has is like that, Wolf. That's why I bring it up. I'm nice, but they're red. His braids are like fiery red or auburn.
Oh yeah. I hate that when they dye their fucking hair and shit. Like, Negro, get that color off your hair. If you want to be black, be black. Stop trying to dye your damn. I'm so. And why is it red? Why it always have to be red?
And he has it like twisted on.
You ain't top. No Cisco.
Twisted on top, piled high. That's not even masculine. I was saying to Cobra, what happened to men? What happened to men being masculine? But he just, I leave him alone. He comes in with this guy, a little young guy, but
like I'm pretty sure he's a good person. I know he, he does his job well. You know what I'm saying?
But Wolf, he does.
I'm talking about brothers that are just wearing. I'm talking about brothers that just wear all kind of damn clothing. You know, they looking like a damn twig. Got all this fucking hair on their fucking head and face, and they trying to be masculine, trying to be thugged up. I'm like, Negro, sit your ass down.
Exactly.
I just just building off of what Leia said, because it was funny. It kind of reminded me of Friends when Chandler's walking around trying to talk to his friends. One, he sees Joey.
And they sagging sometimes. Half these young cats, they still sagging to this day. I'm sorry. Continue, Schooner.
Chandler goes to his friend Joey, and Joey is arranging flowers in a pot. And then he goes over to his friend Ross's house, and Ross is putting on makeup, and Chandler's like, "Oh my God, where are all the men?"
Exactly.
That is funny.
Yeah, that is. That's what
And yes, and now, sorry, Leia, but now I know there'd be a lot of men who would just like put their hair in a bun, like you see this on the man bun that you see on the samurai, like you see them like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about that
Or even the
hairstyle.
Hun. Or even trying to look like
Mhm.
the Hun or the Native American.
Mm-hmm.
I
They
got Indian in my
offer-
family. Negro, who told you that lie? Ancestry.com.
Oh my god.
Maybe that's what they did, Wolf. They saw Ancestry.com and they came out and like, I have Native American. I have Native American, and I did that. And what was it? I do have Native American and Anglo-Saxon in my family line. So, but and actually it's very heavy. I think great grandmother, grandfather were Native American. I have seen their pictures, and someone even says if you saw me, if my hair was really straight and black, you could see the features even in me. I take after that, but still, I don't think I need to, wear feathers in my hair or something just to prove that. But I think that they do exactly what you just say, Wolf. They go on Ancestry.com, and for some reason they feel the spirit of my ancestors have possessed me, and now I must come out and be this. And it has just gone too far.
Okay, back in the 90s, if somebody said the spirit of my ancestors have possessed me, you get an exorcist.
Yes.
I'll tell you right now. This is the pinnacle of black men back in the 90s.
Yep.
Yes.
This is the hairstyle you wear if you're a man. These are the men today that annoy the shit out of me.
Oh, good Lord. Yes. What is... Oh,
nigga, take
that
that
one out.
Go ahead.
Looks like a freaking brush.
Oh, I can't. I don't know what.
Is the wind blowing, man? Is the wind blowing too much? I think you need to get indoors, man. You need to get indoors. What, you gonna mop your face? You gonna mop the floor with your face? You got a mop on top of your head. You got a mop down there. Pick one. You can't have both, man. I swear.
Yeah, they'd pretty much be spending half the day in the shower trying to clean their hair when doing something like that.
I think men stay more time in the beauty shop than we do as women. We're the ones that's supposed to
At
spend
this
time
point?
in the beauty shop, but I think men beat us. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the new. Oh my gosh, that's the new future. Women are saying he has more shoes than I do.
Yeah, it used to be your man would always say, "Hello, child."
Hey, child.
Child of flower.
Yeah, they spend more time in there. It used to be back in the day, your man would say, well, my lady, she at the beauty shop getting herself all pretty and girlied up, and so I'm just going to wait on her until she's done. Oh, that's changed now. It's like, I'm done. My man is still in the beauty shop getting all manned up. And you know where I see it a lot? In the NBA. Have you seen NBA players these days?
Oh my god.
Lord. Whatever happened to the days of Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, even Kobe? Kobe even was manual and decent. Good Lord, what has happened now? Tattoos all over the body. I can't find their faces because they're covered with tattoos and beards, like you said, that sweep the floor.
The dress
and
code.
Hairstyles.
I'll tell you what happened. The dress code got too loose.
Yes.
Far too loose, like a worn out horse pussy.
Can I just? Wow, there's an image. Can I just say that?
Go ahead, Sooner. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say, okay, you opened the door and told men to open up their little quote unquote feminine side, but don't call it feminine side, call it their sensitive side. The problem is when you open that door, you suddenly don't want it to close. Now we have men getting pedicures, manicure, which look, it's fine. If you want a manicure and a pedicure, fine. But I'm just saying, don't make it your permanent, style. I mean,
don't make your identity out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. don't do it because it will make other people happy. Do it because you like doing it.
Nah, you know what kills me? You got like when I was still working at the movie theater, you got like after the Cruella movie came out, there was a lot of girls who had that Cruella fucking dyed hair
Oh yeah.
and hairstyle.
Oh yeah.
How much you want to bet a lot of girls are going to wear the Vi hairstyle? Now, mind you, Arcane's a good show.
Arcane is a great show. That is progressive storytelling done right. I will say it from here to eternity. That is progressive storytelling done right because it doesn't glorify trauma. 2, it actually does LGBTQ plus representation, but not at the cost of the characters. These characters are very rich and filled out. And 3,
you asking a question. This is a Q&A stream, damn it. I ain't telling y'all to throw y'all freaking suggest at the expense of our jokes. Ask some questions. Y'all in here and I ain't seen not one question at the Victoria Fact about. What's up with that? You see in the title Q&A.
All right, I can float a question around just for a placeholder.
Go ahead, Scooter.
Okay. Is it wrong that during the Super Bowl, despite the fact that everybody was complaining about the celebrities not wearing their masks, I was actually fine with it because it brought back a sense of normalcy?
I'm with you on that one. At this point, I'm like, y'all, look, it's at this point we've already seen politicians doing this bullshit too. So what makes you think they give a damn about us complaining?
Mm-hmm.
We can call it rules for thee, not for me, not for thee. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you guys are still fed with celebrities and politicians not wearing their masks at a get together, here's my suggestion, and this is what Ishii has suggested. You go to a place and you take off your mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you stand defiance. This is how you answer back. This is how you clap back on that bullshit. That's how you clap back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
I have to agree with.
Wait, I have to interrupt you right here. Redneck, this is fantastic. When there were girls whining about boys needing to get in touch with their feminine side, a teacher said if boys had a feminine side, they wouldn't stop touching it. Oh my God, you have hit
Oh my God, that's a great response.
Oh, I've been wanting to talk about this too.
God damn!
Watch your GDs.
Who wants to go first with this? Wolf, it's all you.
First of all, watch your GDs now. We don't know in the stream. She has her limit.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Last thing we need is for Nara to not come over here no more because we said the GD too much.
Yeah. Wolf, this is all you. I'll follow when you get
home. I'm gonna read it. She said, "What are your thoughts on the karma Showtime is getting from it's okay to be white or what she's what the documentary that she's talking about is
everything's gonna be all
white. Yeah. Fuck that show." I saw the trailer and everything. That shit was fucking ridiculous. They had my blood boil even more when they have a Native American on that shit talking about his plight of the white devil taking my land away. Bitch, you just there to stoke the fires. Get the fuck off my face with that shit.
Well, not only that, they were
free while you at it.
They were self-defeating hypocrites because first they're saying about white people complaining about their privilege, like really the color of your skin should really not, all that stuff. And then they start talking about how they have been oppressed because they were people of color. And I'm just like, oh my God, you just self-defeated yourself.
Oh, that black bitch talking about something. I wish the white people stop killing us. Bitch, when the last time you heard a white person kill a black person? When last time you heard some shit like that?
Unbiased news and social media?
No. My question is, when last time you saw a white person kill anybody indiscriminately?
Does she know?
Which is all the time.
Does she know the statistics on black crime? No, she doesn't.
Oh, she knows. She just chooses to not know.
Mm-mm.
Don't give her that. Nah, she knows. She knows the Negroes kill each other on a daily basis over the most pettiest shit. But my thing is she tells I can't. I'm tired of them killing us. Who is us? What black person you know got killed by a white person? Do you know is all your friends black that were killed by white people?
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait. I ain't been to the South, and I guarantee you, if I went to the South, I ain't hear no story about no white person killing a black person.
Well, my initial reaction to that trailer, it's me just saying, "Wow, it's all just come full circle, and we have just thank you. You have now just set everything back, everything civil rights, Martin Luther King, you've just set it all back. Thank you for that."
So Victoria Fagbauer asks, "What are you guys' thoughts on old Netflix show Dear White People?" I didn't watch that bullshit.
Not interested at all. Slightest, no.
When I saw the title, I didn't bother to watch it. Even with the Showtime show, I never thought I thought it was absolutely the worst piece of bigotry that you could ever see on television, and I was not going to even subject myself to even watching it just to comment on it. And I think it was pure ignorancy, absolutely pure ignorancy. There is no such thing as a okay prejudice. There is no such thing as that. No prejudice is good. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah. Let's just call it, I'm not afraid to call it what it is. That is blatant racism. That is blatant bigotry. That is hate. That is hate right there. Just right there. The fact that exists is hatred.
It's not just that, Scooney. It's everything. It's what they're doing with Lord of the Rings. It's what they're doing to all our favorite franchises. This is bigotry wrapped up in a pretty package of entertainment, but it's really hate. That is all it is. It is just in a pretty little package so that you are too ignorant to recognize what you're looking at, that you're too ignorant to recognize that the movie makers are saying, we hate you. You're right. It is nothing but hate, but it's hiding behind entertainment. And for some reason or another, they seem to feel that it's okay to hate a person who is white, a person of a certain economic stance, a person's gender. It's okay to hate that. There's no such thing as okay prejudice. There is no fairness in bigotry. None of it. You will get no peace, no equality. You will find nothing if you continue down this path. And that's exactly what all those shows are. So I agree with you 100%.
I'm sitting here looking at these pictures of these dudes with these hairstyles. I'm like, man,
you just don't know.
Y'all still I'm like, I don't want to hear not one of you motherfuckers talking some cultural appropriation. Half of you motherfuckers look like Vikings.
And what is the deal with it?
And half you motherfuckers ain't Jamaican looking like Jamaicans.
Yeah.
So who appropriating who? Half you motherfuckers look like a damn Native American. I don't even see no Native American in your blood, and you appropriate Native American hairstyles. Fuck off.
They don't realize there's a big difference.
To the penitentiary where Bubba waiting for your ass with a hot sausage.
Oh God!
They don't realize the easy way or the hard way.
Yes, exactly.
I like you, and I want you. You know, bully. I love the bully more than water. You know, I can't hide this. I am what I am. You know, bully's more important. I'm the bully warrior.
They don't realize that there is a difference between being African American and coming from Africa and being raised. The culture is different. They don't see that because they think, well, they're from Africa, so we're all brothers. No. There's a difference. They don't see that. They don't catch that. They just figured, well, we're all blood. No, there's a difference between African American and being. There are people who are Irish American or Spanish American, but they weren't born in Ireland or they weren't born in Puerto Rico. But it doesn't. It's very different than being born and raised there.
For taking that weekly inspiration or
weekly
motivation.
Yes.
Good. I'm still looking for something for you, Leia. Don't worry, I got you covered.
I trust you, Commander.
I'm just going to say what this is. Okay, this is just a subtle means of control.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Actually, no, it's not even subtle. It's an overt means of control. They're now not even hiding anymore because they played the long game and now they're in every single establishment and now they're trying to spew their propaganda. The problem is it's not working.
Right. It's they're
Yeah,
trying
this
to
is
keep.
basically something. This basically falls into something that I basically believe in, into saying that, like when you say that men would be reversed, I honestly don't think it is, because really, you're not basically just gonna get really what you want, because what they want is control. You're right, Schooner. That's what they want. They basically just want control, which is basically dictatorship. Which, by the way, is the one thing that the U.S. has been against since World War II. By the way.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And yeah, it's the reason why I don't even believe in that is because this reminds me of what Ocelot said after Huey Emmerich's exile in Metal Gear Solid 5, is that they'll see from the lies they built up. Whatever goes around, comes around. You can't run from yourself forever.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the problem is that they think that they can by rewriting their own history. But by doing so, they're just revealing their own bigotry and hatred.
I agree.
Exactly.
And they want to keep things divided. These kinds of shows, and then what we're seeing with what's happening is pop culture is division. They want to keep the division going. That's why that show is going to be all right. It's just more division. It's not bringing people together. It's keeping the division going. It's like you said, dictator.
Yeah, it's furthering the divide. Furthering the divide.
And it makes them no better than the very evil they claim to fight. When Trump became president, they claim they wanted to fight the bigotry and that he brought on, but they're doing the very same thing. They're doing. You're the very same person. You're two sides of a coin. If you say that this man or who follows him are prejudiced and bigoted, then you're in the same boat because you are using those same tactics to fight him.
I can't take you serious with that damn coat on.
Yep.
Give me something. Give me a suit. That's all I need.
Exactly, Leia.
Like what? Now he looks like a pimp now.
What?
No. I'm looking for something for Leia's weekly motivation.
But you're Leia, you are absolutely right. You have hit the nail right on the head, Leia, is that they're following this with an almost religious zealotry here.
And that's what angers a lot of people, because a lot of people say, here you are telling me I'm Istaphobe, but here you are the very same thing. And that's the pushing and the shoving that we're getting right now. That they're saying, especially towards
use this one.
Oh no. Oh God.
Don't worry.
I wonder what other
pants on.
I wonder what other pictures you were looking at. When that's
somebody specific, but he ain't got his shirt off. That's the problem.
Oh, bummer. But I guess he looks okay with the.
I mean, I could look, but it's like I don't want no tags on it for one. And
I don't want you to have that.
The man. I know the man can model. He ain't got no pictures where he ain't got no shirt off. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. He ain't got no body pictures. But he got too many pictures with him in a damn coat.
Well, if he's rocking the coat, that's sexy too. Rock the coat.
Oh, no. He got these saint coats, these preacher coat looking like pastor, like Catholic pastor coats or some shit like that.
Leia, I got the perfect comeback when they say that you're a racist, misogynist, hateful, Nazi, yada yada. Best comeback. Well, it takes one to know one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that lame ass line.
Well,
gotta update that one.
Well, it's kind of it works because that's
I got
exactly
one for you, Liz, in there waiting for you.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the weekly.
Okay, I can sell for him having his arms out. We can work with that.
Okay,
that's one of them. But here's another one. And the one. Oh, there you go. Arms, nothing but arms.
Okay, I see. You are by calling me one. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, that's what people should start saying. All of us should learn from that. I'm going to bookmark those. Your Scooty is still good because it takes one to know one. Well, I learned from the best.
Yeah. I am what you made me.
Exactly. Yep. I learned from the best. And
perhaps I am. Perhaps they made me so.
Yep.
A line from Hellboy 2.
And that's what a lot of this is. That's why it's going to end up nowhere. And people are getting tired of the Twitter bots, the woke celebrities that come across so self-righteous, that think they're so much better, and they're going to get fed up with this, because you are doing the very same thing that you're fighting. You've become the very same thing that you're fighting, but you're playing it off as if you are righteous. You say that a certain president is bigoted and is a dictator. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing?
We won't get off of that kid because he ain't in office anymore.
Right. I'm off of it. I'm off of it.
Which is funny because they keep talking about the
Well, and
motherfucker
that's
on CNN every single damn time. I'm like, Negro, get off of him.
They can't get off of it.
And that's what I'm saying.
But the reason why they can't get off of it, though, is because here we are hitting them with the exact same thing they were accusing Donald Trump of doing, and they're just saying, "Oh, you're living in the past. It's time to move on." And it's like, no. You guys spew this crap. You don't get to just decide when it's done. No, you're going to answer. Yeah. You're going to be held to the same standards as you were wagging your finger at all of us, and then they just look at you with like this dumbfounded look, and it's like, wait, you seriously expect me to adhere to the same standards, comparing me to you? No, I am above you, and you don't get to lecture me.
This is called sexual harassment, and I don't have to take it.
I agree.
I know, exactly. Here's another thing that kills me is that they say, this is sexual harassment. No, I identify as a woman. This is lesbianism.
Everything happening now in pop, all of this reboots, reimagining, the race swapping is done out of hatred. It's not done to tell a story. It's not done because that was the best actor in the room. No, all of this is hatred. All of it. That's all the reason that they're doing it.
Prepare for chocolate overload.
Oh my goodness.
If it's what I think it is, I swear to freaking God.
There you go, Leia.
Oh, good gracious.
That's overdose right there. That's
overdose big time. But I thank you for the gift.
You know you like Chris' dad. you were leaking at the mouth when he was talking about the milks being spilled. That is $3 of spilled milk. Somebody better come and drink this milk. That's a father.
Yes, I would agree.
All right, I got a question for you guys. How do you feel about the dramatic remake of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I have never even heard about that.
You just go.
Sensory overload right there. Watch her hoop and holler.
Weekly motivation. I was about to answer, but now you sent me some weekly motivations. How long have you been practicing those lines? Good. Oh boy, you guys are on fire tonight. These are good ones.
Oh, these are good.
Yeah. Scooty, to answer your question, before I was distracted by Wolf's Gifts, I did not bother to watch it because once I read what Will Smith was doing, I did not waste my time. I don't waste my time anymore with a lot of this garbage that's out now. I am perfectly happy going back, looking at reruns of The Fresh Prince. Number two, nobody can replace Uncle Phil.
No.
Uncle Phil.
Apparently, it's just called Bel-Air, and it is a dramatic version of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes, the dark side of Bel-Air. And from what I heard from those that have watched it, can't stand it. Yeah. From people that I've heard watch, I didn't even bother to waste my life on. I'm fed up with this stuff. But from those that have said they don't care for it.
First off, how do you do Carlton dirty like that? I'm serious. Why do you do Carlton dirty like that?
Yeah. Why would? Yeah, you're right. A lot of people don't get the character of Carlton.
Hi, Eloise.
Welcome back, Eloise.
Welcome back, Eloise.
Hello.
Where have you been since you were gone when I just came in?
She was changing her identity. She was being incognito.
Yep.
She's the Great Bear.
She's the bear of the north.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah. This show, and I'm angry because Will Smith produced this show. He signed off on this show without consulting any of the other cast members. Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. Smith. And it's the dark side.
It's just more hate. It's just more hate.
Yeah, they don't get. Yeah, it's more hate. That's basically what Will has jumped on this train right now of wokeifying classic shows, because he said that it's supposed to be a darker side. Well, first of all, what was wrong with the Fresh Prince being a comedy? Isn't that what it was? What's wrong with being a comedy? Nothing can be funny anymore. What was wrong with it as it was?
Even the thing too, they did tackle some heavy subject matter in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes, they did. They did. I was satisfied. Maybe because Will made that comment, tackle stuff the show didn't tackle. I'm like, was he there when they tackled those subjects? There was a subject. There was a lot of the situation with Carlton. And one of my favorite episodes, Blood is Thicker Than Mud, when him and Will tried to pledge a fraternity, and the fraternity basically
There you
did.
go, Eloise, your weekly motivation.
Will
make sure your classmates are not looking at your phone.
Oh God, I hope not. Eloise,
Let me forewarn you.
Eloise, I hope he does it.
I'm at home.
Well, make sure your parents ain't looking over your shoulder. Otherwise, it's gonna end up like this.
Oh my God!
Well, that may just work actually. But you know what might work better? Going the fuck to sleep!
But I'm just saying,
classic.
I hate what they did to Carl, because basically it's exactly what you were saying, Leia. Exactly what they were condemning Carlton for in that episode is exactly what this show Bel-Air is doing to Carlton now.
Let me pump the brakes real quick. People in the chat, read the damn title.
We want questions.
I know y'all motherfuckers curious.
You ask us anything. Go ahead.
We're like Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
I should not be demanding some questions. No, seriously, I should not be. Look, I know y'all. There's been some mean questions y'all been wanting to ask me for a long time, especially me. And I'm not even that narcissistic. I'm just I'm pretty sure you guys had lots of questions.
Yes, we want questions. We know you guys, whoever out there listening to us, we know you have questions. So don't worry about comments too much. You can throw some questions at us. We want questions. Go ahead.
At the same time, Leia. Trying to help you not get distracted. But then again, that's the hunter-gatherer inside of the woman.
Okay, trying to be distracted. Yes.
And I try to distract you. I'm just throwing out there for everybody, for the people in the back to read on the back watch.
Oh, okay. I take your word for it then.
This for the people in the back.
Okay. I ain't
gonna be slowing down. Just read all your damn comments. I'm just throwing it up there.
Yes, we were hoping to get to. So throw it out there. Everybody out there. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, y'all need to be asking some damn questions. It's Q&A session, damn it. 200 subs, man.
If nobody in the chat's gonna ask a question, we can always ask questions ourselves. What questions have you always been wanting to ask Schooner Tuna? Go ahead, anybody.
I hate to do this to you, Rhett.
I'm not into guys with vaginas.
Oh! Punch right.
Man up, man.
I felt that in my stomach. That was a gut punch.
Okay, so yeah, Schooner, you have questions. Where are they?
Oh, okay. I got let's see, questions. All right. Wolf Den Media. What made you decide on the moniker of Werewolf?
Good one. That's a good
Well,
one. I like that. Why choose the werewolf? Why choose this creature that is known to be frightful? It must mean something to you.
well, there was that time a dog had bit my ass.
This is the lore answer. I love lore answers. This is the lore answer.
Yes.
Ooh, Child has an interesting question. I'm dying to answer now.
Okay.
It's almost like Isaac Newton when trying to discover about gravity when an apple just fell on his head. It's like, peculiar.
You know, I got bit on the ass when I was a kid. And when I got sick, when I hit 16 or 17, I started growing hair in places I didn't think I could grow it. And I was amazed that happened. And then a tail popped out of my ass. Then a snout. Then the ears got bigger. By the way, there's a 3-moon cycle, by the way.
Oh yes, of course.
Then there was that time my eyes went yellow. Can't forget about that. They thought I had jaundice.
Uh-oh.
And then I had a hard time brushing my teeth because my fangs were growing out.
Oh, jeez. Bet you smacked a lot of toothbrushes too by accident.
I remember that time I tried to grab a woman's ass and I ended up scratching her jeans with my claw. And then there was that time I shoved my friend by accident. I said sorry though. Don't worry. He lived. Then what was the next thing that was that time when I blacked out. Don't worry, nobody got hurt.
Well, not that you know of.
But I did wake up with my balls stinging.
Oh my!
I just assumed somebody kicked me in the balls when I attacked. Yeah, I'm a failure of a werewolf on that front.
Redneck says he was supposed to draw or something like that.
I thought about I think every third word of that.
You guys will.
No. He's a very committed artist. I gotta give you Oh, you did ask that question. I'm gonna get into that real quick.
Yes.
But yeah, let me finish my werewolf story.
Yes.
No, I ain't got werewolf in my family either. It might be hereditary, but I'm not sure. But
have you guys seen Victoria Fagwile's question?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that real quick. Dang it, hold your damn horses, you bear. And then there was a oh yeah, there was that time I got hot in areas that I should not be getting hot in.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just telling you what goes into being a werewolf. It's uncomfortable at times, and then there's also times where it gets very uncomfortable, especially when you shed.
Yeah, the shedding season probably is the worst.
The wife is fine with it because she likes to brush my hair anyways.
Oh.
And she played fetch with me.
Can I ask, are you American werewolf? Are you the howling werewolf?
American.
Okay, that tells me a lot.
Okay. Technically, I'm kind of a cross between Van Helsing and Lycan.
There you go.
Alrighty. Okay.
Or rather, give me a sec.
Okay.
Give me a sec. Oh, y'all can talk.
Oh, I will.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead, Scooty.
Oh no, go ahead. I asked the question, so whoever's next.
Well, let's get into let me get into the chat's questions first. We gotta be very punctual, guys. We're hosts.
Yeah. We finally got our questions. Let's start this.
Exactly. So let's start with let's start with Child because this I really wanted to excuse me to answer. So she asked Wolf, how did this channel come about? Okay, lots of failures and only one success. This channel originally was going to be kind of like a me going to filmmaking projects in college. I thought about doing filmmaking, and that's where you get the whole Wolftan media thing. Because I had this idea of kidnapping my friends and we do like college project videos or grab a camera and just do some shitty home video stuff.
Oh, cool. Sort of like they call it. What do they call it? Guerrilla filmmaking.
Something like that, yeah. Kind of like what Chris Stuckman was doing earlier before he did his own little movie review thing. Then I had the idea of animation, which I did not do any attempt to study that shit. So dream deferred. And then I wanted to do actual filmmaking, which is probably do some demo reels or whatever. And that didn't take off because I had no energy to do that either. And at this point, it was more just a challenge that was just sitting there while I was just liking and faving videos and sharing videos here and there. Until now that StreamYard paved the way for us to do this whole thing, and I got my own camera now, and I can record and do some side videos here and there. I'm a late bloomer, let's just say that. So yeah, this channel was the face of many things, like I am a face of many things. So there's your answer. But the Wolftan part came from a video game called Robotech Valkyrie, where the main character's call sign was called Wolftan.
Very cool.
Okay. And Victoria has a funny one for us. She said, Wolftan, have you got pictures of Captain America and the Fireman?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no.
As far as I'm concerned, I can only get Channing Tatum in a fireman suit. And that's about it.
You will be shocked at this, but I'm not a huge Channing Tatum fan. He did his thing. Yes, he did his thing in Magic Mike. I'm going to give him that. But after that, I think his 15 minutes are up. I looked at him in other films, and to me, this is something I was going to bring up at a later topic.
As a tough guy.
Yeah, he never did, and he's just. Yeah, I agree with you. It's like he's acting like he's 15 in every movie, like he's a 16-year-old teenager on the verge of puberty in every film.
That and yeah. That was another thing that was hurt.
He's a man child.
Yeah,
he's a man child.
Early days, yeah. Early days, he was like really like well built like an adult male, but then he's like dude bro-ish too much, far too damn
exactly
dude bro. And every time when he tried to be serious or had this gruff voice, I'm just like, bro, shut up.
Yeah,
I think he was horribly miscast as Duke in G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree.
He did better in retaliation for the 4 seconds that he got in that movie.
Well, I would have cast somebody
stuttering. Okay, this is my werewolf form.
Wow.
Okay.
That actually kind of scared me. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. I actually did draw a representation of what the wolf looks like, and it's even. Let's just say he's even more scarier because, well, yeah.
You were saying, Scooney?
Oh no, I was just saying Duke from G.I. Joe is not supposed to be this young, pretty boy. He's supposed to be a veteran warrior.
I picked John Cena for Duke, if nothing else.
John Cena could have been a Duke. I could see a John Cena.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you with that. And I was thinking of another film he was in, and he was horribly miscast. I think that's one of the reasons that G.I. Joe movie maybe didn't it was a box office failure for some. I think it was miscasting, and I really hated him in the Kingsman sequel. Oh my God, I thought that he was just the Kingsman sequel, just not no. I wanted the Kingsmen to stay
He
in
was
England.
fine.
No, we'll see.
Pedro Pascal, obviously, he was the better. He was basically the better. They should have led with him and stayed with him.
And stayed in England. I wanted to stay in England with the Kingsmen.
The statesmen, because I'm pretty sure in the books, the comics that it's adapted from their other secret services.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd be fine with the statesmen were fine. In fact, I think they were going to try to build a movie universe, but after Kingsman: The Golden Circle got mixed to negative reviews, I'm glad it went back to its roots with The King's Man, because I saw The King's Man. That's a good movie.
I've yet to see it.
I haven't.
See it still.
Yes, go see The King's Man, because yes, it's a prequel, and I'm always prequel, but it went back to its roots in the right way, and I'm hoping that they make a sequel to it because it's really good. I mean, first off, Ray Fine, Voldemort, is going to fight Rasputin. Come on, you can't beat that. And
I agree.
Rasputin is fighting doing this Russian ballet dance. Come on, you can't make this up. You got this. I love those movies. They are just. Yep. Oh yeah.
You immortal? No, I just do not fear death.
Oh my god! The actor who they got to play Rasputin was great, because this guy was just so vile and disgusting. It was great.
Unapologetically vile.
And that's what's missed. And that's the kind of bad guys we need these days. Unapologetically vile. That's the kind of villain I like.
All they needed was Hellboy.
Yeah, I mean, I think Colin Firth put it best in the first Kingsman movie. Give me a far-fetched theatrical plot any day.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, right, Colin Firth.
Yes. He's right about that. Absolutely. That's a
Manos maketh.
Okay, not that.
I like that scene. Let me tell you why, really quick, why I like that scene. Because when this movie came out, Colin Firth had just won the Oscar for the King's Speech. So I was not expecting him to...
He mentioned Manos. I'm like, not Manos.
Manos maketh man? Well, I like it after he said that he started whipping tails.
No, I thought you were talking about Manos' Hands of Fate.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I kind of like it that he come in looking all gentleman-like, and then he just starts whipping butt to everybody in the bar. I would have sat there like, I don't believe this.
Manners.
The man.
And then he just...
You know what that means. Then let me teach you a lesson. Are we going to stand around here all day? Or are we going to fight?
Oh, you stop it! Stop that!
I don't
I had a feeling you'd do that.
Yes, I was just about to say, I love Final when he says it because he has the accent. So when Final says, "Manus make it man," it really hits. I was going to ask because he knows the whole monologue. But then you have to do. Oh, I knew you were going to do something in there and get sneaky. I knew he was going to do that. I knew he's going to.
He even did the same thing when I did the Mario parody song that I did a few streams back. Actually, I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, that was double trouble over there.
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
I'm singing Mario.
Child of the Flower has a question for us.
I'll highlight it in a bit.
Okay.
Let me see. Is it up?
Nope, it's right there at the bottom. It's do you want me to read the question out loud?
No. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yep, that's it.
So she said, favorite anime. That excludes you, Leia. Sorry.
But that's okay. I'll let you answer. I'll just say that. Well, you go ahead and answer, and then I'll come in at the end since I'm not knowledgeable of anime. But please, everybody, go ahead and answer.
That's a tough one for me.
Well, all right. I'm gonna say it because I'm gonna start with the one anime that introduced me to anime. That would be, and I have yet to see something that really tops it for me. It was Death Note. Death Note.
That's basically how I was introduced to anime myself too. My favorite anime for me Easily, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Love it.
Yep, yeah. JoJo.
I have the manga too, but yeah, still, it's really good.
For me, it would have to be Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cat. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, when the floodgate was open when I got introduced to Death Note, because now I was like, let's see all types of anime that was coming out.
I that one because I can't really decide on which anime was it the anime that got me into anime. Was it Sailor Moon or Samurai Pizza Cats or what anime was broadcasting at the time as well that was produced by Deke?
Can I also just say this too? Okay, first off, I'm going to say this. In the 90s, I grew up in the 90s. My family told me no anime because they had read this stupid study about anime having subliminal messages, yada yada. So I came late into anime, but I'm sure glad I.
Bobby, what I tell you about anime? Anime is for the devil.
Yep, pretty much. But thankfully, I got out of that. I got out of that little stupor, and I was so glad that I got to anime. But just to piggyback off what you were saying, Wolf. First off, Sailor Moon, I don't care what anybody was saying. Teenage boys were watching that show, but not because they were all interested in the girl power. Okay? That was some very explicit stuff. That's the moment where you're like,
you want me to go into big detail there? I mean, I could.
No, don't. For God's sake, no.
I mean, there was Molly who was like an older gentleman named Methlite.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the bitch was shorter than him. You could tell she was obviously a she was high schooler. Let's make no bare bones about that.
Yeah.
I mean, she was ready to die for her man.
Uh-huh.
And then there's Zoisite, who's technically a boy.
Yes, but in the 90s, if I recall correctly, they dubbed her with a woman's voice.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A young boy too.
Oh yeah, they do that a lot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers. Fucking instance of the pricks. Anyways, yeah. So you had I'm sorry, Leia. You had Molly, who's a young girl, and then you had Zoisite, who's a young boy. Damn, they were ahead of the curve there with May December relationships there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Then there was the there was that time where there was that manga artist that was like damn near close to anxiety about John Sailor V.
Yep.
What was another thing? Oh, there was that time when where Serena was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
She drew a keg too one time.
I love looking back on the 90s and what was the uncensored episodes that were never aired. And it's like, whoa, this show was very mature. This is a kid show? For girls?
I will say this. I am not. I since I'm.
Oh, don't even get me started on Venus, on Uranus and Mercury. I mean Neptune. Don't even get me started on that shit because I can't believe there was one boy out there that actually buy into them being cousins, and I had to correct his ass one time.
Well, look, okay, first off, you're a kid watching this show, so of course you're going to believe what you see on TV.
No, not me. I knew exactly what the fuck they were. They were lesbians. Yeah, they're going to call them cousins. Fuck off. They ain't no cousin going to hold their cousin the way they cuddle.
Yep.
And in no way in hell they're going to have identical superpower attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, one had a sword, the other one had a mirror. That's lesbian love right there.
Yep.
And then on top of that, their transformations. Don't even get started on their transformations. Sparkling lipstick. Hello?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lesbian.
Yep.
I tell the boy, oh, they lovers. What? Yeah, they're lovers. I thought they were cousins. No, they were lovers.
No, they're lovers.
No, seriously. It's like why else when Neptune introduced, or at least when Serena introduced Uranus, they were looking around trying to find who the hot boy is. They immediately knew that Uranus was a girl.
Well, no, that was the one. That was the foot. Yeah, I remember that clip. They go, he's a she. And they all look at her, and they all look at. They all do a double take.
Bus boy try to fight her, thinking she was a boy.
Yeah, but I think what killed me more than anything is that they go, he's a she, and everybody does a double take, and then she just goes, "What? I never said I was a guy."
Everybody assumed.
Yep.
Everybody just assumed, which is sad. Shame on you, Serena. Shame.
Oh, it's just, you know what though, right today, if it happened today, they would say, "How dare you?" and then they take you to the center of, take you to the center.
Hold up. We ain't heard from Eloise. Favorite anime?
That's difficult.
Ain't no tough question, girl. Damn, you pick one.
I think my favorite anime would probably have to be like, I don't know. It's a tie between like Love Hina or like Familiar of Zero. But I mean, I also like Bleach and Naruto, which I mean,
Did anybody else hear that? Because I didn't hear any of that.
I heard it, and all I can think of.
It's funny you say that, because I'm leaving today.
Wow.
I'll tell you why in a minute.
Okay,
she said
so,
between Love Hina and Familiar of Zero.
I do know Love Hina. That was funny.
You actually like Love Hina.
I thought it was funny for what it was.
No, I'm talking about.
I enjoyed it. I mean, it was the anime that really got me into more anime.
That's your gateway, basically.
I don't know, like, when I was growing up, I watched Naruto. And then after that, I just didn't watch it that much. And then after that, I started watching Bleach. But then after
oh my
that,
god, Aaron, you're so fucking cool. Holy shit.
I'm sorry. The more you
sound like you're talking in water.
I'm just saying, the more she started listing off that stuff, I had to throw that in there.
All right. Did we hear from Final?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, favorite anime. Yeah, I did say what was my favorite anime moments ago. It was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Absolutely love it.
Sweet Mother Teresa on the hood of a Mercedes-Benz.
Really?
I can't tell I'm baptizing you guys.
I love the Team 4-Star dubs. Those are comedy gold right there.
If I could I'm just going to say this little bit. I know I'm not as knowledgeable on anime as some of you are, but when I was a child, a little girl, and even in my teens, is that me? Oh, even in my teens.
That's Eloise.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me doing. Oh, I said,
who you fighting?
Oh.
Are you playing with your dog or something?
No.
It's rubbing against your mic, whatever it is.
Oh, it's because
You scratching something?
No. It's because I was turning over.
Well, you do hibernate, so yeah, you gotta do that.
Redneck, that's a wonderful thought, Redneck. That's how creators make shows. That's how you write shows.
That sounds more tragic, though. When you take it into a different context, she said she wished that she made characters that she wished were her real life friends.
Well, I guess, but it could also it's a great way to channel some of that.
I'm surprised that the characters in Sailor Moon are actually normal, typical young girls because from what I'm reading, that it's like they could have been her very idealized versions of friends.
Yeah.
I just hope she had a
Let's
good
talk about it.
good rapport with her friends. Let's just say that.
Well, it's just, I mean, it has the characters all come from all walks of life. You got the tomboy, you got the traditional girl, you got the brainy girl, and you get the lovable goofball. And then as we get older, we get what was it? We get Pluto, we get Neptune, and Uranus. Mm-hmm.
I was just going to add that I know I'm not as knowledgeable as anime as most of you, but back in my younger days, I did watch Voltron, and I watched I did watch Voltron, and I consider that to be anime. If it's not, correct me, but I was a big fan. I was a big Voltron fan. I loved to watch Voltron when that was on.
Anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Speed Racer, I remember that. But I did watch.
Gotcha Man, G-Force. That's an anime.
Okay. Yes.
What about Gigantor? Gigantor.
No, Negro, you ain't singing it right.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah, Commander.
My inner Gigantor fan too. Gigantor. You gotta give that gravitas. You sound like a meek little kid trying to sing it. Gigantor.
Well, I heard a different version of the song.
You tell the boy you sing the wrong.
Yeah. But just to go back to what you were saying,
this was a song.
That's what you were saying, though. Like, is that
apparently singing definitely sounds like a dying crow.
I was trying to do a baby sound, but okay.
But I'll say it. Voltron is an anime.
Okay, well, I feel good about that. That is one I watched as a kid, and sometimes if I catch it online, I go back and watch the episodes. I really enjoyed that one, and I liked I liked
Laura, Keith.
All
Lance.
the yes.
Pidge, Hunk, Cornell. Wait, Cornello, sorry.
Yeah. And how they all formed this team. But Princess Aurelia, she again, I like these princesses that also take action as well, because she flew the Blue Lion. So she wasn't just sitting on the throne, and they were going to
Princess, I will marry you.
Yeah, and she turned that guy down. Good for her. And yeah, she wouldn't marry him. But for all the woke nuts out there that believe there's never been any strong females, see these woke nuts, they don't like to do their homework. She was.
I remind you guys once again, they choose to ignore these women because they are under the impression that most of these women are made by men who think that this is what their ideal of a woman is.
Which, by the way, is a dangerous lie.
It is. I said they're wrong. They're very wrong. And Wolf, I was going to mention to you, I'll leave it. I'm not going to bring it up now because we're doing question and answer, but I'm going to put it in MeWe. It's a topic I was going to suggest to you about. I'm
still building up that list, by the way.
About womanhood. Whatever happened to womanhood? And when I mean by womanhood, I mean 25 and up, not 16 to 21. Hollywood likes to focus on that. I mean 25 and up. Where is womanhood? Where are the womanly characters? Even sometimes, even on film, characters in comic books are drawn very womanly, but it doesn't translate onto the big screen. Whatever happened to
Okay, Redneck has a one question that we'll tackle into, but there's another question that he's asked earlier that I want to that he had brought up that I want to address too.
Sure.
The racist Google commercial, which I have not seen, but I know what entails. Liz ought to be ashamed of herself.
What commercial is it? Did it run during the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, can you describe me what the commercial is about? I don't remember. I haven't seen it yet.
So I got it from Jericho Green, that
Okay.
apparently Google has their own little phone that is advertised towards minorities, specifically black folk. And Lizzo's the front runner spokesperson of it too. I guess their mascot.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen this commercial because obviously I don't watch football, so I of course have not watched the Super Bowl. Plus, I don't even have network TV. But I'm gonna get to the point now. It's bad, obviously, because apparently they use Rosa Parks and all of the black women of history
Oh
to
Lord.
promote this as well. So that's what got my gears grinding too. I'm like, why do they always use our famous black women to promote these woke bullshit?
Because, Commander, they think that's something that we
Horrible.
need. Yes, they think we
Well-
need that. We don't understand. We need help. Poor little black us. We don't know our heritage.
You
We gotta
know,
do them a
there are
favor.
times I want to
Like,
invent
really?
a time
You wanna know-
machine. I want to
It-
invent a time machine and go to where the feminist movement got started and feed them sick pills. So they won't even recruit our black women.
I'm gonna say what it is. It's
Before you go
basically
into that schooner, because what Leia is basically explaining, that's exactly how the white feminists got the black women in their movement.
Yes.
If you guys know your history, that's how they got it. Well, you can't join us until you leave your black husbands.
Right. Exactly. Wolf is right. Exactly.
Hey, Darth
And it's
Uno.
premiering now.
I don't think I met you before, but welcome. Let's welcome everybody. Darth Luna, him or her.
Mhm.
Darth Luno. Hello.
Welcome, Darth Luna.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's a dragon. Look like a dragon.
To answer this, it's basically another form. It's another form of hatred.
Yes.
But it's now, and it's become very dangerous. Racism, prejudice, and civil rights has now suddenly become institutionalized. It's now become cost effective, and it is now a business.
Now this is the one I want to act. Now we're caught up. He's asking. Actually, there's a good question I can't ask. What do each of you do? Creatively, ambition, passion, or even hobby?
Who wants to start? Wolf, do you want to start first or just go around?
Let's start with final.
Okay.
What do I do creatively? Mostly just write.
That's all you need to say. Right. You write. You're a writer.
Yes. Because I'm much more of an aspiring writer. This does take practice with it.
Of course.
But yes, I'm...
No doubt.
Yes, because I'm much more of an aspiring writer, because I already had other ideas, but elevator pitch is like, not till like somewhere very soon, like in August. Oh, it's not? What?
Oh, no, that's still happening. Elevator pitch is still happening.
Oh, yeah. Like, when does it happen? Till August?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, I got a plan for that. I got to plan for it. It's still happening, regardless of what's going on with our lives. We're still doing elevator pitch because it was good. It was really good last time. And Dominic's been asking me about elevator pitch. I'm like, yeah, that's still going. I just need to pick a day for that. That's all.
Okay, so it doesn't happen till like somewhere soon enough.
Yeah. But
okay,
no,
that's fair enough.
Not that far back, dude. Come on, like August, really? I'm gonna make them wait that long? Probably somewhere in March. Okay. Though I will be explaining the rules to everybody of what to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the first time was a prototype, and we need to make it legit this time around. So those of you who want how I'm gonna do this? Either you guys can message me wherever you can contact me, or or at least y'all can probably email me y'all pitches, and maybe we can do what Ishii does, which is read emails and tell us our thoughts about it. Like you guys email your or message me y'all pitches on MeWe or Twitter. I don't know about mine because I don't think I ever received any private messages on mine. I don't know how the private messages work. But if you guys can follow me on mine, y'all can contact me on mine too. If
Alright.
nothing else, but yeah, email me some pictures. You guys, on the other hand, y'all gonna be the panel, so y'all also get some pictures ready too.
Pictures.
Alrighty.
So, final, you're a writer, Eloise.
So I like sketching stuff and drawing. I've been doing that lately. I've just been studying for, technology and stuff like that.
What? Can you repeat that?
I haven't. I mean, I like sketching and drawing, but I haven't been doing that lately. I've been trying to get back into it, but I also like writing stories. But lately, I've just been studying for like technology and things like that.
We'll put that as an ambition. Your other stuff, that's in hobby.
Drawing and writing.
Yeah, hobby. For now, whatever you want to do with that one, but you studying technology, that's an ambition, obviously.
Yeah, it's because I plan to like create like an open software for you know how webtoons exist and stuff like that. I want to create an app or a software that's like.
You want to create the light web now instead of the dark web?
No, like I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
We can kind of hear you, kind of muffled though.
I can hear you just muffled.
Are you wearing a hoodie?
What about now?
Clearer.
What about now?
Clearer.
Hello?
This is better. Just keep talking.
What about now?
This is better. Just keep talking.
Alright, so what I'm planning to do is create an open source software where it's like webtoons, except it's like an RS feed reader, and people can just download that and then plug it on their own website, and so people who have the app can just like scroll through and see like different webcomic websites pop up. That's what I want to do.
Well, there you go.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, it's because like decentralized stuff is better that way. Because if everything is in one place, it could just all disappear.
And create the light web. What about you, Leia?
Creatively, I do like to write fan fiction and stories because most of everything in Hollywood is a crap deal.
No.
But I like to use my. Is that not creatively? No, what I mean.
No.
I mean the story.
Every time I hear fan fiction, I'm like, usually it just doesn't bow too well. But no disrespect on your part, Leia. Continue. Sorry.
Well, I was relating to. I was going to say I was currently working on the story idea that I had when we were doing the putting out our ideas of how we would recreate the MCU or the DCU. So I'm currently working on that story of how I would bring in the X-Men, those kinds of stories, not something that will become like 50 Shades of Grey or something. No, I'm not that. I'm not in that category. No. Ambition wise, actually up until before my illness, unfortunately, I did a lot of community theater because I was a theater student back in the day, and I do have a Bachelor of Fine Performing Arts in performing and in performance and in voiceover. So I try to do that from time to time. Now that I'm dealing with my health, I may put it on hold, but who knows? I may get back into it again because I still like using
like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Oh my god.
Oh, for a minute I thought I was boring you.
Oh my god, Wolf, I cannot believe you did that.
Happened.
Did I bore?
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Does it again! Does it again!
Well, Eloise asked.
Yes, you did ask.
Oh, am I boring you?
No,
No,
that's. I'm just
No, I'm
showing
just
you.
sort of
I'm just showing
interested.
you.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just showing you my thought right there.
Oh, that's the way
What
you're
just
doing
happened?
it.
I
He
just showed
just
you.
showed you.
Don't ask that question.
Wolf, do you want to?
I don't know what's going on. Like, I just
You don't pay
froze everything.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Oh,
Now you see.
That came after Leia explained her passions, and I told her that's exactly what I summed up my thoughts on what her passions was.
I just have a creative mind. So, but like I said, nothing that's going to become, like I said, a 50 Shades of Grey movie or something. No, I'm not in that genre. But when we have those little creative sessions, sometimes I just put those ideas on paper for the fun of it because I think it's kind of fun. My hobby, other than films and books and movies have been have been my hobby since I was young. I always tell people movies were my playground. But other than that is I love
Just like
you
okay.
make my section very
I don't get
it. They don't get
No.
it.
She don't get the clip.
Oh, okay.
She don't get the clip that I use.
I was gonna say my other
I'm
hobby.
not. I'm not the type of person that gonna explain my damn joke. This ain't that kind of type of show.
My other hobby, other than books and films and television, is have no shame. I have a very large Barbie collection, and I love Barbie. And dolls are my other hobby. I'm even part of a group where we
Well,
post.
we heard about your Barbie collection.
Yes, and I'm proud of my Barbie collection. I have no shame in that. I actually am part of a group here. It was good. It's happy to find other people with the same hobbies and we post pictures each week, our collections and all the creative things that we do with them.
Nice.
I enjoy that a lot.
All right, Schooner, give us that long laundry list.
Oh God!
Okey-dokey. Well, my hobbies include reading comic books, manga, watching good movies, playing fun video games, cosplaying, and voice acting.
Wow, baby, me so horny.
There you go. And my ambition.
Really?
And my ambition, my hopes are to become a writer.
That's great. That's really great. Oh, cosplaying's got to be so cool.
Yep.
Cosplay has got to be so cool.
That's okay, son. When I was your age, I had stupid dreams too.
Wow.
So
you know what? Nah.
I'm sorry. I had to.
You had to.
I had to.
At the
I couldn't help myself. Oh my goodness.
At the last convention before we even went into lockdown, I went to a con as a Ghostbuster.
Oh man, I envy you.
That is so cool. That is absolutely so cool. We were supposed to go on one. I'm surprised I got my family into it, but because when the things locked down, but we had planning to go to a con here in Michigan, and we were all set to go, and I still might do it. And I was going to go with Wanda. So and my sister was going to be Wonder Woman. And I think my brother-in-law, I forgot.
Just like every ghetto Negro, he's late.
Yes. Oh God.
Of course I was going OG.
Wait, you Southern? You ain't ghetto.
Scoonie, I was going to say, I hope you become a writer because God, we need people like you right now with the garbage we're getting. So please go into writing. We need.
I am going. Yeah.
Same here.
Yes, we need.
You ain't answering this question, Fizz. You'll be here all day. I'll give you the next question though, but I guess it's me. I'll just keep it brief. Obviously, my passion is art of many forms, if possible. Start with comics. Start with illustrations, of course. You already seen my work already, and of course, you guys know that I'm trying to work on a story here and there, or try to get stories off the sheets.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are my ambition, my passion, even my hobby. And you guys are all creative, very creative together. And with you guys here, it's nothing we can't create. Nothing else that we can create. And hopefully in the future we get into more creative stuff. But other than that, we'll be getting to the next question. But what you want to say, Fizz? I know you got something to discuss.
Nothing. I ain't got nothing.
Oh, Fizz.
I got nothing. Nothing.
Oh, Fizz doesn't want to answer one part of that.
Well, no.
Okay.
This is for him.
Okay.
This is for all of us, actually. He says, this is from Redneck. He says, other question, what are each of your first inspirational piece of media? I guess I'll start myself and we'll go in rotation here. So I think it was Bucky O'Hare that inspired me. Crickets.
Bucky O'Hare.
There you go. I thought you were going to say more.
I thought there was more.
I thought there was more. I was giving you time to say more.
Oh, let me stop being passive aggressive then. Shit.
Yeah, we thought you had more. Actually, that's very interesting. I wanted you to continue.
Damn. Why am I so mean to you guys? I'm supposed to be a leader. I should not be that mean to you guys. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Hey, that kind of reminds me hilariously of this king I saw. He says, "Who are you? I'm the new chef. What happened to the old one? You killed my father? You killed him. You've murdered the last 4 generations of chefs in my family." And the king goes, "I am such a bully."
It's funny.
Let me see. In another dimension, another time. Oh no, I'm not doing that. Fuck it. I thought I could sing Bucky O'Hare theme song. I'm not gonna butcher any further, but yeah, Bucky O'Hare is probably was inspiring me to start doing some art and whatnot. Followed by Darkwing Duck. Any furry content you could think of.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, didn't I say those don't count as furry?
Yeah, you did say that. Darkwing Duck.
Funny animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, any funny animal got me into creativity and artwork. Then later on, anime start inspiring me, and what have you. So yeah, that's the biggest media that got me going. Comic books followed in after that too, factored in as well. And then there was the mech cartoons like Battletech. Of course, you got the anime mech, which is the Gundam series. I'm not gonna name all of them. Fuck that shit. We'll be here all day.
Okay.
And then there was all the werewolf media that I kept consuming. Lots of werewolf media.
Yeah.
Specifically American Werewolf in Paris.
Oh,
American Werewolf in Paris. Yeah, that was
forgettable.
That was the forgettable one.
Hey, I still remember that. It shot for shot. Cut me some slack. I actually like that one, even though I watched the original.
No hate from you here. If you like that one, no, you get no hate from me.
I think an American Werewolf in Paris had potential, but it just like it was playing everything way too safe.
I think agree. It was trying to be a comedy, a dark comedy. I think it leaned too heavily on the comedy too much, unlike the first one, which is a full-on dark comedy, but also a tragedy all the same.
Well, that's what I thought was great about it. In the original one, it was, very much like a very Shakespearean tragedy.
I agree. They forgot what made the first one work. The studio forgot what made the first one work. They just said American Werewolf in Paris. Ooh, okay. People will come to see this, and they just forgot how that first one worked and how you have to care for the characters, and you really didn't care for any of those characters in the second one. They just they forgot what made America. And I thought America for London just said so much. How could you follow that up? Really, guys, how could you follow that? Maybe you should put that in one of the creative sessions. Well, how could you make a sequel to that film? Because I think that film touched everything from classic to bringing in the modern day and those special effects that still live up.
American Werewolf
if you were doing a sequel to American Werewolf in London, don't think American in Paris. What would your sequel? How would you follow that up? because I think it just can't be followed up.
It could be followed. See, they did, the first thing that they did that was smart. Don't make it a direct. Hang on, I'm jumping. I gotta jump in and say my piece. The smartest thing they ever did.
Schooner.
All right.
Now, can you please help us?
And can you please back up out my damn face? Okay, just back up.
Wow.
Schooner, we'll hear your idea in a minute. I mean, if anybody.
I'm just sitting here thinking right now. I'm thinking something more unconventional would be my setting. American Werewolf in Sweden.
Okay. Oh,
that sounds abnormal.
What'd you say?
American Werewolf in Sweden. Is it because Sweden has
abnormal?
Is it because of the I think they have long nights or it gets dark there early or I don't know. Lots of full moons.
Well, you talking about Alaska.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I just wondered why you picked Sweden.
Well,
interesting though. I'm not saying it's wrong. I was just curious.
I just think.
Sweden it'll be one of them snow wolves or something.
No. Sweden don't get enough attention in media as much. Aside from
most European countries don't.
Yeah, it would either be American Werewolf in Sweden or American Werewolf in Italy.
I like Italy.
But then again, Italy is overused too. I'm just saying, like some place that's hardly ever used in media in most movies.
Like most Norwegian countries don't, Viking countries, Scandinavian countries don't use.
Exactly. So yeah, I would definitely either Switzerland or Sweden or.
And that would tether perfectly into it because in American Werewolf in London, they were dealing with a lot of Celtic curses.
Right. Yeah. I said Italy because there you have that.
You only know shit. I can't even fucking do an stereotypical voice.
Roman mythology kind of thing going on there. So I thought maybe that could tie in.
Correctly, the founding of Rome between Romulus and Remus, Mother Wolf, had nursed them.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
that's in the mythology.
Yes, in the mythology, yes. So that's why I was jumping towards Italy. That's why I said Italy, in a way, could be good because you could weave that into your tale. But I get what you're saying too, Commander. That is interesting. Those countries aren't used enough.
Okay, Schooner, your turn.
Yes, Schooner, we'd love to hear this.
Okay. First, the smartest thing they ever did with that sequel was that it did not have any ties to the first movie. It was its own thing. Now, as far as further successes, no. So, yeah, the sequel to An American Werewolf. Go ahead.
No, finish your statement.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sequel needs to tether into, again, the mythology of werewolves and how it is tethered to culture and stuff like that. So the sequel, if you wanted to bring in a coven of werewolves, fine. But at its heart, An American Werewolf in London is it's a tragedy, but it's also a tragic love story. So there's got to be a romance angle in there.
Oh, we're going to have that.
Yeah.
Let's think about that. We're going to have that. Redneck had access, and I wanted to get to this definitely. So he asked, this him towards child. I was going to ask, what was the first manga they read? Dragon Ball? No, I take that back. Lone Wolf and Cub.
Mm.
That was the first one I read. Then graduated to Ramen and Half. Whatever was available at my library at the time. It started with no, I take that back. Usagi Yojimbo. Then Lone Wolf and Cub. Nope, shit. I'm misremembering. It was Lone Wolf and Cub, then Usagi Yojimbo, then Ramen and Half, then Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball. And then later Hellsing and the rest is history. I was reading more manga after that. So yeah, I started with Lone Wolf and Cub, and boy, that was an interesting tale, especially the one about the.
Nice.
Am I coming through?
Yeah,
Yes,
you're coming through.
I thought I was letting you finish because I was about to ask what was the question that we were on before we got sidetracked for the werewolf.
Inspirational piece of media, but let's get back to
Yeah,
that.
I was about that because I was just like, I'm bored.
I was gonna say
Then go
I
to
was gonna
sleep.
answer that.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna answer that, but I was gonna wait as we go around.
Yeah,
But
finish
continue.
the fuck out. Oh well.
Yes.
So we're gonna crisscross a bit. So I'm gonna just finish my statement about
Okay.
the manga thing. Especially this one story where there's this assassin woman that can hypnotize you with this tattoo on her chest.
Ooh.
Believe me, none of us were staring at the tattoo.
Oh, I was. 'Cause there was a baby sucking on her teeth while also squeezing the other teeth. Well, the nipple actually.
Okay. What about Final? What was your first manga?
It was actually Death Note. Actually, it was actually the first time I. Yeah, that was actually
Man,
my
why don't
very
we just
first
call you
manga.
Light from now on? Or L. You sound more like an L.
I
I
actually did
bet
do
you're
an L
sitting on
cosplay,
the
actually.
seat the way L's sitting on right now.
I did do an L cosplay, actually.
Lucky bastard.
My favorite
Continue.
manga was Bleach.
Oh, nice. Okay, Schooner. Tell us your favorite first manga.
Well, my first manga that I ever read, believe it or not, was Grimoire of Zero.
Nice.
That was fun and I enjoyed it. That's really cool sword and sorcery world.
So just to recap, we have Swordsman and his son that travels around with a carriage, well, a baby carriage full of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They also had a black and white movie series. We got a man with a book that kills people with it. We got Soul Reaper, a substitute Soul Reaper. Correction, substitute Soul Reaper. And then we got, I don't know what Grimoire Zero is.
I'll tell you about it in the back chat.
Okay. Bye, Victoria, by the way. She's leaving. Leia, I don't think you're ready for manga.
Thank you for all the questions.
Let's get back to inspirational media. So
Yeah.
I said we're going in rotation. It's going to be you, Schooner, but since Fizz, yeah. Go ahead, I cannot talk. I'm getting hungry now.
Maybe it's getting probably be winding it down in a few. It's up to you, but yeah, everybody's taking off.
We'll briefly answer these questions because they start piping up now.
I can answer mine in one simple sentence. It was Star Wars.
Nice.
Good one. Yes.
Star Wars was the thing because I loved the visual effects, and then I started watching movies like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I loved the camera tricks, the stop motion effects, and just the real imagination that was behind it. And I just, that was my inspiration to write stories.
Leia?
Very good. Well, my first media I would say books. That would be back in the day when you went to the library to read a book, and that goes with Tolkien, which is why I have such a passion for him.
Oh, I knew that was
yes, Tolkien has been a part of my life since childhood. Lewis Carroll, and then going into the movies like Scooney, I would say Star Wars, and it means more to me because I was in the theater when the movie opened. So yes, I
envy you.
And science fiction and fantasy have been my genre ever since I was a kid. Those have been my medias, and Tolkien and Lucas cover all of that.
Eloise.
I think it would be don't laugh. Divergent, the Divergent books, because it
Why would you
actually got
laugh?
me to. I know, but like every time I mention them, like people just take it a certain way. I don't know.
Hang on, people laugh at you. You know we're adults
I
here.
wouldn't. Yeah, you love what you love. That's what makes all of us unique. There's nothing, no shame.
Before I read the Divergent books, like I really hated reading and stuff like that. But then when I started reading it, it was a story that I really enjoyed, and it got me to see that there's something in reading a book, it can be fun, entertaining, and stuff like that. And then from there, I just started reading a lot, and then I would make connections between it actually got me to think about what sort of stories do I enjoy and things like that, as well as connecting it with other stuff that I watched. I don't know.
No, keep explaining.
So once I started making those connections and stuff like that, it made me realize that I really wanted to tell my own stories and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that it doesn't just have to be a comic or something like that, because I really wanted to make comics when because I was reading
novels.
Yeah, things like that. So I realized I have different avenues of being able to tell a story.
That's a great Eloise, that's how great writers and screenwriters get their start. So don't lose that. Don't lose that.
Don't lose that confidence.
Yes. Don't lose that passion. Many passions are what is your motivation, because people don't understand that. But many great artists that we know now that we love, Lucas, Stan Lee, Tolkien, all of them that we've mentioned, even though we're all different. Commander yourself. Yes, there you go. Got a perfect example right. Yes. The commander himself. Absolutely. So don't feel embarrassed about that. I think that's great. I think that's absolutely great. It's great to be around all these creators. All of you are favorite.
Trying to break her out of that. How do I explain that mode? No, you start by explaining.
When you come here,
explain.
Feel free to express yourself when you come here. When you're in the Wolf Commander group, you are free to express yourself. We need you guys, because you can see how entertainment is going right now. So we need you guys to come.
Shove up your ass, bitches.
So we need all of you. We need Eloise. We need Final. We need all of you right now to try to find some way to get it back to what it should be.
Yeah.
You guys understand it.
I'm not saying that you should go out and start antagonizing people. Just go about your day creating things, regardless.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking you guys.
Go create. Don't consume.
Even if it's not something that even if it's not a big novel or something like that. If like I try to tell Melissa Harris one time, it's like if you like talking about your son, make a children's book about him. And you're not exploring your son if you're doing that. You're talking about how much you love your son and how great he is. You can turn that into a children's book. A lot of people I've seen turn some everyday things that happen in their daily lives into children's books, like Worship Down. Do you really want to know how that came about?
Well, how'd that come about?
The writer was watching his kids playing around. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. Don't quote me on this one, but he got that thing going by everyday occurrences, and old age was catching up to him, and he wanted to leave behind something his grandchildren will read.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to quote
that's wonderful.
Malcolm, there it is. Life finally. But yeah, so that's my least final. And don't say Final Fantasy 7.
Oh no.
Oh, there's
or
more.
6.
There's more. There's more than just.
Well,
Final
start
Fantasy.
with 1.
Start with 1. It's way back on the superhero genre I was actually into it back when I was a kid, actually.
Ooh,
Because,
nice.
yeah, back when I was a kid, I was a really massive Spider-Man fan back when I was a kid. Remember watching the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies?
Mm-hmm.
And I still am today, which now as I got older, I'm now a big DC Comics fan. But eventually, as I got older, I got now more into some of the fighting games. So yeah,
Nice.
I even still play some of the video games, which I need to still get back to playing some of the Metal Gear series now.
Nice.
But,
what would an AI know about free will?
I mean, I will get to Rising eventually, but I'm going in the Metal Gear series in chronological order. I know I've beaten MGS3 last month, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the story of Portable Ops, because there's a lot of key events of the story of Portable Ops that happen in the canon. Anyway.
Really now?
Mm-hmm. But,
Nice.
but now, of course, I got into the RPG genre with Final Fantasy, starting with Final Fantasy VII. And
I knew it.
Yep. It was because of Cloud in Super Smash Bros. 4. That's basically how I got into the series.
What? Oh right.
Yes, it was.
You're born.
Yeah,
you're born several years later after me. Keep forgetting.
Yeah. So then, and then after learning of knowing how to write after reading JoJo, I then found some of Professor Geek's videos, and I basically wanted to learn more of a lot of the hero and villain archetypes from him. And so that is when I got to learning of different mythologies.
Great. I was saying too. Professor makes great videos about the hero archetypes and the mythology. That's what.
Go ahead, Leia. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that's
like a
what.
Majestic fucking eagle.
Wow. Oh my god!
That's for you, Final.
You sound like a majestic fucking eagle.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. Yes, it's great. Final.
I bet your voice actor was passion too.
He's good.
That
was good. Yes,
he was
that
good.
was. Yes, that was a good one.
Thank you.
I was just going to say the professor's
it
videos.
Was awkward for everyone.
I'm just going to say briefly, the professor. Fine, I was just going to say the same thing about me. The professor's videos, and this is when we were, the woke garbage was starting. But even before it started, like his videos really was what drew me to him, because I loved how he really got nailed the mythology and got into it, and why we love these characters the way they do. I still go back and look at his old videos because he's really knowledgeable about that. And some of his best videos are how he shows you the archetype, of all the character, all the heroes that we love, and the stories and what they mean. It's just fascinating to watch. I get educated. I got so educated through his videos. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that about myself. Maybe that's why I like what I like. And he's dead on, when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing too, is that you can always go. That's the thing about the archetypes, is that you can draw from them and you can create from them, and you learn more about yourself when you're creating your stories or doing your passion. What was it that drew you to these things in the first place? Was it simply because it looked cool, or was it reaching you on a level that you didn't think it was?
Exactly. And he's really good at breaking that down. That's why I recommend a lot of his videos to people. If I can't explain it well, I say, well, watch this video from the Professor Geek here, because this guy really knows his stuff and it makes so much sense.
I do miss his archetype videos. I hope he does more.
Yeah, I hope he does more of those. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
No wonder I'm actually
you can still
really trying to distance myself from TFS.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
Redneck says, speaking of Team 4 Stars, the opportunity to create a new network of writers and voice actors. Can't say it's all of Team 4 Star, but the guy running the project is turning the project woke. What project? I don't even know.
Oh dear.
That's the problem with fame and popularity. Suddenly you're worried about your fame dwindling, that you need to appeal to the more quote unquote mainstream. I mean, it was the same with you guys have heard of Critical Role.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Those guys really popularized voice acting and recording D&D sessions now. Now everybody wanted to be like Critical Role, but these were the guys and girls. They were the pioneers. And now they are starting their new campaign, and everybody's trying to get them to go woke and lecturing them about how you guys aren't diverse enough. That's another thing.
You think we played Dungeons and Dragons for that?
I know. You guys have completely missed the point of Dungeons and Dragons, and they've been trying to turn Dungeons and Dragons woke for a while now, especially when they re-released the Dungeons and Dragons Beginner's Guide 5th edition, when they made it more universally accessible to other people. Now, I'm not going to complain about the 5th edition. It's because of that I was able to get back into D&D. But I don't know. I mean, the way the craziness that they try to throw in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try to do that.
I also got to say too, when you do D&D, it's like the funnest way to test out your acting skills.
Yes. It's been a while since I've played it, but it is. If you love acting, it's a really fun way to have fun with it. Yeah.
Like, for example, I want, like, you can literally create any character you want. So I want to be this big, hulking, anthropomorphic cat person who's got these giant muscles like so. Everybody's very scared and intimidated by me, but when somebody comes and speaks to me, I say, well, I just like to have myself a glass of milk.
God damn it, this reminds me of Grown Ups all over again from the very first one. When you see this big macho guy, but then he talks like he's in helium.
Yep. But that's
anybody who comes to my channel accusing me of not being diverse enough, look at the bottom.
Did somebody make a comment?
It's my job to satisfy. Well, I also say this too. Whenever if anybody were to ever lecture me in my stories about, well, where's the representation and the diversity, I just simply say that's not my story to tell.
I usually tell them. Child, can I take this? Can I take this, Wolf? Can I take this?
Now, does it say Vampire 10 Media? No, I'm kidding. You want to take it? Go ahead. Go ahead and read it.
Child, do not worry.
You're supposed to
vampire diversity
first.
I'm about to get to that. I was going to tell her the reason we don't take it seriously is because very, very soon, in fact, in September, AMC is going to make that clear that up all for you with their new woke interview with the vampire. Because all three of those characters have changed. And I was going to address this to you too, Wolf, because
everybody knows you never go full retard. You went full retard, man.
Yeah.
Yes. AMC is going to tackle that child with their diversity vampires in woke interview with the vampire, because Wolf, AMC has said they want black men to get in touch with their gay side, and I am not making this up.
Rolling my eyes there. We already
because if all of you don't know, there is a TV show based on the Anne Rice books and the film, but AMC has race swapped a couple of the characters, especially the two main characters. Lewis, who was played by Brad Pitt, now played by a brother, and Claudia is played by a grown black woman.
That's all right. Well, that's just
run that by me again.
Lewis, the character played by Brad Pitt.
Did I miss something?
Is
No. We already covered that already. What was the second one?
Okay. Claudia, that was played by Kirsten Dunst, will be the second character that they
finish.
Yeah. Claudia, the character that was portrayed by Kirsten Dunst in the film as a young girl that was turned into a vampire, is now played by a grown black woman. She is an ex-slave.
You can tell an adult what to do?
Well,
That defeats
Well,
the
wait a
purpose
minute.
of what happens when
Yeah.
you make a child a vampire.
Yeah.
Well, the writer. Go
They,
ahead.
they showed the different dichotomies of each vampire. They missed they. We always say they totally missed the point of Claudia's character, or at least
Yes.
Claudia herself. Period.
Yes.
The fact that
Yes.
they made her a grown woman defeats that purpose. The purpose of that is to show what happens when you make a child a vampire. The different
Yeah, she's a.
dichotomies. Louis feeds with a conscience. Lestat feeds without one. Whereas Claudia is insatiably or gluttonous as a child. The child has no. The child is too young to really have that amount of self control. That's the whole point of Claudia being turned as a vampire as a child, or at least the psychological effect of a child being a vampire, basically never growing old forever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Always looking at older women and envying them because now her body is basically frozen in time. She
Yeah.
will never she'll never know what her fertility will be like. She'll never be able to explore puberty. She'll never be able to grow breasts, for that
She'll
matter.
never. Mm-hmm.
She'll never
And
even be, and worse, she'll never find love in a man at her at the age that she's stuck in. Nobody's not
Yep.
gonna claim her. She'll be raised by an adult forever, which was going to be the case when she tries to get Louis to turn a woman, a random woman, so that she can be her mother forever as a
Yep.
vampire.
Yes.
And
She
knowing
knew.
Louise was going to go with Armand and abandon her,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
just making her a an adult black woman. It just
Well, now there
if
really
she was
is no
a black
reason.
girl, if she was a black girl, it's stupid still, but it's like at least they're still keeping it to the character. And we lost Eloise again. She got black bag.
And I'm just going to say this too. Now there is no longer a conflict for Louis and Claudia to be together.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
they can bang all they want.
Well, no. Lewis is a gay black man in this story. He
Oh, yes,
runs
of
a
course.
brothel, and he's a gay black man in this
How
story. They
quickly
make
they
it
gonna
very clear.
forget that shit and make them bang her?
No,
Yeah.
they did. They say it's gonna be lots of gay sex in this.
Oh, they're gonna forget that shit.
Oh,
She gonna
yes,
be banging
because
his ass.
that's what really, because that nothing says diversity than showing sex.
Yes.
It's always the sex that we want to highlight the most. Our diverse characters have sex all they want, all the freaky sex they can want, all the AIDS ridden sex that they can have. Fucking degenerates.
I won't even be surprised if they're gonna be shot like the party scenes in the 2013 Great Gatsby.
No, it's gonna be True Blood all over again.
Yep.
They're gonna turn into True. What they're doing with the woke rings, they're gonna be doing with Interview with Vampires. With the woke rings, it's gonna be Game of Thrones all over again.
Yeah.
And with Interview with the Vampires, it's gonna be True Blood all over again. Which True Blood wishes it was Interview.
Yes, that's what I always thought.
I mean, it was its own beast for sure, because at that time all we had was what, Twilight and one rare violent vampire movie like 30 Days of Night, which was based around a comic book, actually. A graphic novel, if you will. Then there was also what was that one with Ethan Hawke?
Oh,
Daybreaker.
Daybreaker.
We had that, and then later on we had Priest, and then we fought. Well, even with Priest, during Priest we had we
Whose
finally
car
had
is that?
Neighbors.
But anyway, you were saying?
Yeah. What I was saying was, by that point we did had True Blood already. True Blood was already like making headways, and then Priest came about, which is based off a manga series, and instead of vampires in that Mawa series, you dealt with angels and demons.
Yep.
Instead of vampires, which I'm willing to read the manhwa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I did like the movie. I actually watched
The
that
movie was
instead
actually
of
pretty
Thor.
neat. Yeah.
Yeah, when I went to the theater, the day I went to see Priest, I actually
Yep.
it was between Thor and Priest at that time. And I was like, I'm not sure about Thor. Maybe I should check out Priest. Never regret it.
Can I just say, Carl Urban was amazing as Black Hat. One of the coolest bad guys I've ever seen.
Yes, I saw Priest. He was. I have to agree with you, Scooney. I saw Priest too. And
Yeah.
I have to agree with you on that. I have to agree with you on that. And also, Wolf, they forget Claudia is also a tragic story. She's a lot of people were pulled to her because she's a tragic character. It's a tragedy all the way around for the very reasons that you said. The writers, what I read described Claudia as a black woman free slave, and they want to explore the freedom of slavery through this character. So
oh
you
my
could see
God!
that.
Like I said, it's just another vehicle to explore hatred.
That's exactly what they've done with this, and I said,
I don't think it's made by people who sound like they're storytellers or. Yeah, it doesn't sound like they're filmmakers or storytellers. It makes it all sound like they're preachers, really. This is even what many Christian movies even are guilty of.
Let's just call for what it is. They never open up a damn history book. They're going off their bridge to know somebody else who told them the history incorrectly, or at least they gave them a bit of an oversimplification of the history. Too much of that. Too much of the history has been overly simplified when it's actually way more complex than that. I've been showing you guys Thomas Sowell a lot lately. Have you noticed that?
Yep. Yeah, you've been
Yes.
showing one of Thomas Sowell.
Yes, you have.
There's a lot of nuances to the history, and this is why today, even I came to this conclusion way long before I even found Thomas Sowell, way long before I even found anybody who was telling the history correctly this time. But I took a time to walk a mile in the racist shoes. Oh yeah, I did that. I actually thought it from their perspective. I heard their words. Yes, some vile, but they also had some very, very legit concerns when it came down to, sharing this country equally with people that they both feared and hated at the same time. And it got to the point where when I looked at that and explored that, I was like, you know something, as heinous as how they reacted to their fears and their concerns, I pity them. I came to pity them. There were times I actually said to myself, you know what? Maybe this shouldn't have been should have how history went down. But I also said, you know what? That's crazy talk on my part. Because of course, at that time, we all know that they still felt empowered to do terrible things to people like us. And I'm not saying black folk either. I'm not just saying black folk. I'm talking about white folk who like black folk. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that white people who like black folk, they were mistreated too. I'm not like that's the problem with most of these idiots today. They fail to recognize those who were also mistreated because they like people that they were supposed to dislike. Even those that want to mingle with the people that they like that they're not supposed to like. But again, all saying, I'm like, some of their fears were legit, and unfortunately, their fears are fully founded through the movies.
Especially today.
That's exactly where I was getting to. That's where I was getting at. Their fears, you basically, I look at these movies and I tell them it's like we've all said this. All of us have said this countless times. Too many to count at this point. But you pretty much legitimize the fears of the people who hated all of us back then.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's getting to the point where I'm siding with them and I'm hating you just as equally as they hated you. So yeah, you got your equality. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You get your equality, and this is why I just say to you fuckers.
We're all equally worthless.
Why didn't AMC just like adapt like Philadelphia?
You know, yeah. Why couldn't they have done that? That would have been an amazing TV series.
I don't even know what the context of that is.
Philadelphia, it's like Philadelphia is basically a comic that it's a image comic that features black vampires and they're basically fighting whatchamacallit.
I was way off.
Yeah, me
Man,
too.
We're coming close to that third hour. Finish your statement, Elise, and we're gonna start wrapping it up.
Yeah, instead of like adapting, I don't know what this show is called, the one you guys were talking about. They should have just adapted Philadelphia. It has Philadelphia. It's like Philadelphia but with a K. And it's like it features what they want. Like it features vampires that are black, and basically the story is that they're fighting against like this vampire that has this obsession with turning everybody into a vampire. So it's vampires fighting a vampire that's turning the entire city of Philadelphia into vampires.
Deacon Frost.
Yeah.
From Blade. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was his original plan in the first Blade movie. Technically not in the comics, but like in the first movie, he wanted to turn everybody into vampires.
Yep. I'm just saying too. You could have made. I mean, what I was saying earlier. I thought at first you said Philadelphia. That movie with Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. That could have been a great AMC series.
Yes, they could have done that, or they could have done what she said, or they could have, when they adapted Rice's novel, they could have created a character.
Let's be honest. You really think they had the brain cells for that?
No. That's
No,
why
they
they don't
don't.
do it. They can't do it. They don't have the brain cells and they don't have the talent. What they're doing is using.
They don't need. That's the thing. They don't need talent. They need to build their talent.
Yep.
People,
exactly.
People assuming that you're supposed to have talent on demand. No, half the time, talent is built upon. Not just you born with it. There are talent. There are people who are born talented. Michael Jackson, yes.
Yeah.
But there are also people who built their talent. James Brown.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm
I'm just saying. Look, for the AMC show of the Interview with the Vampire, this for some actors, this might be their only chance to really break into the industry.
Welcome back, dude.
Yeah, I'm back this time because I'm finished. It's finished eating.
But Scooney, what are they looking for? Are they looking to be good actors, or are they just looking to be famous? Do they just want to say, do they just want to be famous and validated? There are other ways for them. If they're good actors, there's other ways for them to get into the business. But I think for them, it's what are they looking for? And I think a lot of them, as mentioned in that video you posted by Christopher Lee, a lot of them are looking for fame and validation. They just want that instant fame. Oh, I'm going to be the Black Lewis from Interview with the Vampire. Give me my awards. You know, I've never known Denzel Washington to ever play a black version of a character.
Like Christopher Lee said in that interview, it can lead to very dangerous places, and not to mention it can be a really negative impulse.
You heard me correctly. I said he's going to be the Black Macbeth.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yes. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing that I like
I'm
about Denzel.
not ready to call him a traitor just yet.
Well, that's the thing about Denzel Washington is that he's not buying into this woke crap.
He's not. Yeah. He's not. He said in an interview, yeah, very clearly. He said it in an interview. He's not buying into that. But Commander, I'm very sure there's probably other woke parts they probably wanted him to play, and just like with his Equalizer movie. But that film, he kind of told his own story with that one. So
well, I'm going to say this too. Denzel Washington has a lot of sway. If he's in a movie, he's got a lot of sway in that movie. So he's not going to go down with that woke crap.
Yeah, he's not going to be a black Van Helsing. If we're going there, he's not going to be that. You're never going to see him do that. No.
No.
Neither the Magnificent Seven that he was in was woke either.
No.
Right.
No,
yeah.
no.
A Chinaman died in that one.
I think he's smart when he, like Scooter said, I think he's smart. He knows what's woke and he won't pick that, and he knows what's not. And so far, he hasn't crossed that line as of yet. I think he's on to exactly what it is.
He's still in that area where he's just a black actor that you know in a role that's primarily for another person of a different race, and nobody's bothered by that shit.
No.
And I've said, sorry, Leia. I've said this to many people before. I'm a fan of Denzel Washington, but I'm not always the first person at a Denzel production.
Oh, me neither.
Unless it's something that really struck my interest.
Yeah, He
doesn't. If Denzel Washington's in it, it doesn't automatically make it a good movie.
Good, agree, Scooney. In fact, I just told people that I'm just now getting into this movie because for a long time, Denzel was not really branching himself out. He was just being Denzel. Now, recently, in the last 10 or 20 years, he's starting to open himself up more and really show why he's talented. But I was like, Wolf, for a very long time, I didn't like a lot of his movies. I was like, well, I don't see it yet. I
didn't like him. I wasn't interested.
Yeah. I was kind of the same way.
Man on Fire, not much. I wasn't open to the idea of Denzel being a sort of pseudo 90s action movie star in a 2000 action movie. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Not at the age. Hey, hello. Not at the age that he's you're more clear this time, but yeah, not at the age that.
Yeah, I had to I switched back to my phone because it was charged.
Cool. American Gangster. I ain't trying to see him be a godfather of crime.
No. I actually thought he was pretty good in Unstoppable.
Yeah, Unstoppable.
The movie with the train.
Right. Yes, he was. Well, what about the one he won the Oscar for? Training Day.
Oh, Training Day.
I love Training Day.
I only saw that movie because of that one scene. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Just the fact that he mentioned King Kong.
Yes, I have to say that too. Yeah, I walked out of there just remembering that line as well.
Right, it's one of the most memorable lines, but damn it, it's like I was only there intrigued as to what had prompted him to say that. I was curious. Of course, we had the sister version. King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
I even loved him in the Book of Eli.
Oh yeah, I watched Book of Eli, but that's only because I was on a post-apocalypse kick on that one.
Still a great movie, and please God, don't remake it. Don't remake that movie.
They ain't gonna do that shit. That's sacrilege.
Yeah.
No, I demand that they remake it and put a white man in the role.
No, they're gonna play Indian.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not talking about the Native American either. I'm talking about the Indian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's gonna fucking blow over the media really well. An Indian that's a fucking Christian too.
I got one. I got one. You want to see them really lose their mind?
Make a Cub sandwich.
You want to see the media really lose their mind? Do a remake of Shaft, but cast an Asian man.
Oh, they would really, yes.
You want to see them lose their mind? Do that.
Wait,
do that.
What?
Damn, you almost lost, girl. Come back out the woods. We got breadcrumbs. Follow the breadcrumbs.
No, sorry. It's just like he phased out and I couldn't hear him.
I said, you want to have the woke media lose their mind? just remake Shaft, but cast an Asian man.
In Chinatown. He's the bad MF in
No,
Chinatown.
that motherfucker is Sweden.
Talking like the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Oh my gosh, that's it. We do a remake of Shaft, but we do it with Muppets.
Kermit the Frog is Shaft. Oh yeah.
We do it with the Muppets. Yes.
Yes. Kermit the Frog is Shaft. Hi ho. I'm telling you.
You're under arrest.
You are under arrest. Now get your ass on the ground and put your hands up.
Yeah. That Scooney, I would pay to see that. I would pay to see that. I would actually watch that.
Book 'em, Tay. Waka
You know
waka.
what even be selling if
Redneck. I think that occurred when like
even we
science.
sell.
Hello?
Yeah, you know it would even sell having Shaft with the Muppets is if you just try selling it with the what's the fella's name that I'm doing right now? Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
That's it. You do a remake of Shaft, but you cast Christopher Walken.
Hang on, Schooner. Go ahead, Eloise, what you were saying?
Oh, I was saying that the change from vampires going from demonic human possessed to like transmutated disease, it probably occurred like with when science became more prevalent.
Especially when movies like The Strain, the books, TV shows, that show.
No, yeah, The Strain. I do remember The Strain.
Underworld was another one example.
Underworld, they're still undead. They're still undead in Underworld.
But they do become one through transmission. Even though
I think also the professor was actually talking about vampires and how the vampires were an allegory to disease.
Speaking of which, I'm sorry.
He did do that.
Let me push pause real quick.
Sure.
I'm gonna be revisiting some other stuff that with you guys that I did solo, and Underworld. The franchise will be one of them.
Alrighty.
There's some other franchise I want to get to, like Tomb Raider. Yes, I'm copying The Drinker.
Be a great doer. Would you ever consider? I'll put that in mute. Would you ever consider looking at some of the Bond franchise?
Hell to the no, because that's too many to look at.
Really? Oh man, that's a shame because I grew up. My dad was a lifelong Bond fan.
I mean, you can't cover it in one night, but maybe.
No, the hell I can't.
I just thought maybe a few movies if you want to look at that, but that's okay. I just do it out.
The only thing I can tell you guys is the Pierce Brosnan trilogy. Those are the ones I remember fondly.
Then we'll do that because I've seen all the Brosnan trilogies.
I can't.
Not even just going to the other Bond eras.
Yeah.
Look, man. Like I said, I can't for the life of me remember which one was it. The Sean Connery one where he shot a pin at the bitch and blew her up.
Oh, that was Never Say Never Again, and that is technically
never. I blew up a bitch again.
No, Never Say Never Again, and it was technically
that was a joke, Schooner.
It was technically not part of the James Bond movie, which is kind of the franchise. It's technically not considered part of the Bond canon.
Interesting.
And my movies don't have a canon. My movies don't have a canon. There's no continuity.
Well,
it's kind of like Looney Tunes.
But the Sean Connery line he's talking about.
We don't have to start at Sean Connery. If you want to just look back at Pierce Brosnan, that's fine. That'll be great. You just stream about that. I think recently, in fact, Brosnan's era is kind of making a little bit of a comeback. People are going back and look back at him, and some felt he wasn't appreciated enough as 007. That's what I've been hearing lately.
Yeah, but his movies kind of started getting a little ridiculous over time.
Oh yeah, Die Another Day being one of them. Die Another
Oh,
Day, they
yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, Madonna song.
Simon, come on, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where he was Quartermain there. Come on.
No, my thing is
Halle Berry really as an action spy. I didn't buy that in it one bit. It just felt like she just couldn't get into.
she redeemed herself in John Wick Chapter 3.
I
will say
agree.
that.
I agree.
You know, the problem with the Brosnan movies is that they were kind of parroting themselves now. I mean, and that was really around the time when Austin Powers was coming out. So
yeah,
the James Bond movies will be.
Here's the thing I noticed in the later Bond films. For every sequel that they got, they had that one sequel that didn't have a Bond song in it.
Yeah.
Die Another Day was one of them. That was the start. Because that was not a Bond song. That was a Madonna song.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
And then you
Another
get to
thing I know.
Wait, miss. Then you get to Daniel Craig. Now Quan Sauce, that was not a Bond song. That was Alicia Keys' song. But she put her all into it. I will give her that. She tried to make it a Bond song, but that's Alicia Keys' song.
Mm-hmm.
Then Billie Eilish came about, and man, I never thought Alicia Keys' song would have got bumped off the sideline, and Billie Eilish. I was like, wow, this is not a Bond song.
No,
it's not.
Song.
Good
I'm
Lord.
sorry, but no.
It sounded like they took Walrus song and just slapped it on the title.
That was the thing. They were more interested in Billie Eilish's name than really whatever she turned out.
Yes, because her vocals are terrible. I cannot believe the song is nominated for an Oscar. Are you kidding me?
The Oscars are a joke. The Oscars are a joke.
Yeah, she's awfully quiet with her songs.
Yeah, she is. I saw her live on a show, and I'm like, what?
I'm a bad guy.
What kind of
bad guy?
I'm going to give that.
Come back in.
I'm going to give that. No, I'm going to give that song its dues. It's good. It's a catchy tune, but
that shit is in my head. I need to evict this stuff out of my damn head too.
But basically,
rent is due.
Billie
Eilish. You can
Eilish.
have your rent back when you fix this damn door. No, Billy, get out.
No, Billy, get out.
All right, so keep talking.
I'm just saying that they're trying to say, oh, she's an embodiment of angst, and I'm like, you said the same thing about Lady Gaga and Madonna. They're all knockoff Madonnas. That's exactly what they are.
Yes.
No, Avril Lavigne said embodiment of angst.
Oh yeah,
that bitch is angst written all over. She angst about a boy being complicated. She angst about a scared boy. She angst about a girlfriend of a guy that she don't like.
Mm-hmm.
She even angst.
She is angst incarnate.
She angst about running away from home. She even angst about her being a soul bonded person to a best friend of hers.
I didn't even hear
everything.
Well, I did like what the song Adele did for Skyfall. I loved that one.
That is a Bond song.
Yes.
What song?
Yes. Skyfall by Adele.
Oh,
that is a Bond. So Scooney's right. She hit it right on the head when she did that one. That's a Bond song. I absolutely agree with you, Scooney. That's why I just I love that. I'm like, yeah, that's what a Bond song.
I thought Chris Cornell for Casino Royale. That's a Bond song.
Yeah, I like that. I did. I like that. I agree with you. I like that one.
Of all the Craig movies, a lot of people want to cite.
If you want an even epic, like a more like grandiose Bond song, like something like that, I recommend you listen to one song. Actually, you want to know what it is?
Go ahead. I'm curious.
Snake Eater. It's the opening song in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh.
In what now?
Yeah, because the opening
Snake Eater.
Snake Eater.
For Metal Gear Solid.
Oh. I'll look that up. See if I can play it tonight on my tablet. I'll look that up. I was going to say it's too bad
because it takes a lot of inspiration from Bond films.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to listen to that then.
Oh yeah, it does.
Well, that was the thing. A lot of people want to cite Skyfall is the best Craig movie. I'm still going to stand on Casino Royale, but Skyfall does come very close.
Welcome back, Star Storyteller.
By the way, the thing with Daniel Craig when buying movies that I felt like they was trying to rip off Jason Bourne. At least that's kind of how you see it when we first see it.
That's the thing too, is that
Yeah, it feels less like Bond.
it was like a copy of a copy, and you know how sometimes when you get
Look, we can go all night about this. I don't want you guys to cut in on to y'all sleep time. I'm getting close to my sleep time.
Yeah, we're running
Let's start
about.
wrapping things up now.
All right.
We shall return to this, but we can wrap it up for sure.
Well, thank you everybody for your questions, and I'd like to thank everybody for damn, what do I usually say at the end of this shit?
Oh, take
usually
your time.
Oh no, he's forgotten too, didn't he?
Well, it's just you basically say thank you to the audience, and then we all give our little closing out wing.
Wait, I got it now. It came back to me. I thank everybody for being here, and those non-existent motherfuckers that kept popping in and don't even ask no damn questions. But yeah, so like your questions, you have some very interesting questions and some very funny questions as well. So hopefully, when we hit another huge subscriber count, please tell your friends about us. By the way, so we can do this again for the Q&A. This is a brilliant thing to do. It's a beautiful thing. And for those who didn't get a chance to participate or let alone been with us to ask questions, please share your questions at the bottom too if you guys ever pick up on this. So questions in the comments and suggest any topics that we have. So let's get on to the next best thing about this thing. Let's start with Final Fantasy. I'd like to thank my compadres, by the way.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like, subscribe, and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring the notification bell to get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf 10 Media. Also, congratulations on 200 subscribers, by the way.
205 now.
And
seriously, we gained 3 more subscribers.
And go subscribe to me if you haven't already.
Go ahead, Final. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Can I do it? Yeah, okay. Alright. Anyways. Alright. Go subscribe to Wolf 10 Media if you haven't. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing out. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
That is the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12. I would say something for Fizz, but he ain't do shit on this damn stream. So this shows everybody.
That's because I was barely here. I just launched my new book, my book again. Just launched a book again.
Oh shit! Congratulations!
Congrats, Fizz. Congrats to you.
Congrats.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Jeez Louise.
Well, the one that's not married yet.
How many times was that? 4 times now?
Yep, that makes 4.
With context now. Okay, we can answer that question another time, Redneck. Damn it. I'd like to thank the Bearer of the North, Eloise Dottle. Or should we go by Lane Deloise Dottle or Dame Deloise Dottle?
Just call me Aloise at this point. Like, I've changed my name so many times. Like, my screen name. Yeah. See ya, everyone.
I'd like to thank the lovely Lady of Valor, Leia Plus Size. Hey, I got it this time instead of slipping.
Well, hello, everyone. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor. And I want to thank everybody that joined us here tonight for the Q&A. And I hope you join us again on Thursday. And if you like what you heard, and you have any suggestions for what you'd like for us to rant about or chat about, please put them in the comments below. They're always welcomed. And I hope spread the word about this channel. We want Wolf Commander's channel to grow to 200 more people. So let's make that happen this year. And so I would bid everybody a happy good night. You need to stop. You are just You need to. You know exactly what you're doing.
For you, Leia.
You stop. Right when I'm getting ready to go go to bed. Okay, yeah, let's show those images. You need to stop. And you know which ones to show too.
Got them all in stock.
Yes.
I'd like to thank the Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but has excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna. As we said previously, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for making the Wolf Fleet, what it is right now. And here's
Wolf Fleet.
The UN Space Seed Wolf Fleet, what it is right now. And here's to us maybe going for 1,000 subscribers.
That's going to be a large hill to climb.
But it's a hill I'm willing. It's a hill I'm willing to climb. So this is Schooner Tuna signing off. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Couple announcements before you start going places. Next Tuesday, gear up for some bazongas and some macrofish stuff. We are continuing the manga study of Gigant.
Now, of course, I'm going to be there this time.
Woohoo!
Good. Don't bet on us this time around, motherfucker.
Anyway, and not just Gigant boobies, it's a Gigant manga.
Okay. I was about to say
you just have to make it corny.
Well, when you said the title, I'm like, oh my, that sounds a little freaky. What are you guys entering into?
So,
but now it's
once again, 5 chapters. Once again, will be us. We've been waiting for a long time to do this again because that manga study got a lot of views. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Well, come on. It's the best. It's the best of every single world. It's sci-fi, and of course, a lot of nudity.
It's done by the guy who did Gantz, of course. Mm-hmm. So yeah, looking forward to that next week, and that'll definitely be the one thing we're doing to close off February. Now, I will say March is where we get back to anime spotlights. I'm not sure when I'm going to start doing that again, but I did supply you guys January Gal. That will be our next anime spotlight. So get to watching on that one. You too, Leia. Mm-hmm. You're in this one too.
Generator Gout. For a second there, I thought you said gout, and I'm like, I don't want to catch gout.
Right. But yeah, so that was next. Already on the case. Cool. Now, absence of Brian, I haven't heard from Brian or what Brian's going to do, but we're pretty much broadcasting while he's already getting ready to sleep for work. But hopefully he can join us for the weekends, and I do have hopefully I have weekends off this weekend. So be looking forward for his comeback, mostly in the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we've been having a bit of an absence of Brian lately, so I had to address that. But other than that, we're still doing topical streams. So once again, guys, I'm getting a list together, so we'll be doing that on Thursdays, specifically Thursday. Sorry, Schooner.
Yeah, it's all right.
Maybe it'll be a Tuesday. We'll see.
Okie dokie.
But I like to hear the Schooner and Tuna's thoughts on these things too.
We all do. We love it when Scoonie is here and give us his wisdom.
And of course, we'll be hopefully I'll be getting together some familiar faces too to come back over here. As far as like everybody else is concerned, hopefully we can get Owen. But then again, Owen's a weekend man too, so we'll have to do him with the weekend. I've been meaning to contact him for some time now about that. One of the original creators of UN Spacey, or at least the original founders. We need to get him back one of these days.
I'm forgetting what he looks like. I mean, I know that's weird because I've never seen his face.
We know him to be the Guyver man.
We miss him.
Yeah,
yes,
we miss
do.
you, Owen, if you catch this. We miss you. So yeah, those are the future plans. March again, like I said, we'll be tackling some more anime spotlights, and we'll be tackling some topical topics again, like our usual stuff, which is identity validation versus representation. Stereotypes, we'll be revisiting stereotypes. Hopefully we'll probably revisit we'll visit femininity, which is something that's really getting targeted a lot. Another topic I want to talk about is the erasure of light skin. Something I've been really wanting to discuss for quite some time.
Interesting topic.
There's a lot of things they want to get rid of. The genders was the first thing. Now light skin is definitely a thing because first of all, have you noticed there's been a big influx of dark skinned actors being targeted for acting careers, and less light skinned characters unless they're bisexual or non-binary.
Yep.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I've noticed that myself. Yeah.
Well, I'll talk more about that some other time. But other than that, yeah, I'm not liking this shit. Let's just say that. Frankly, I'm not liking this shit at all. Used to be a time where light skin and dark skin was on the same damn screen.
Well, and now this is what it comes down to. Eventually, these progressives, they're going to eat their own.
Yeah, they think everything is socially constructed. Yeah, I can probably think you can convince everyone that the solar system is socially constructed. Spoiler, sir, it ain't.
No.
Other than that, guys, that's happening. The anime spots are happening, and Fantasy Studio Office will be happening. I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about when we get there, but when we get there, I'll tell you guys. Oh wait, did I say that we're going to pitch our most ridiculous ideas when we do the Fantasy Studio Office? Nothing topical like DC or Marvel. We're veering away from that now. Actually, I thought about this. Our own Star Wars stories.
Okay. Okay.
It's an idea that I had in my head for a long time, back when the sequel trilogy was fresh and new. Remember I told you guys that when I helmed Disney Star Wars.
Wait, Star Wars? Or wait, do you mean like Star Wars or like space operas in genre, like in general?
This is specifically Star Wars. We can explore sci-fi stories too, and space operas, Eloise. But what I'm saying is, my idea was, instead of just going with a movie trilogy, I was going to go with an anthology series of movies. Why is there crickets? Are y'all waiting for me to explain?
No, I thought I thought you. Now, crickets is
We're listening.
We're listening to you.
Okay. So my idea was we would do separate movies to really gauge what the audience would want in a Star Wars movie. Starting with Rogue One, Solo, my version of Solo, not their version of Solo, my version of Solo. But we definitely excuse me. But we can definitely do our own original stories of Star Wars, or maybe we can steal from the EU if you like. That's allowed.
Yeah.
So any EU material that y'all want to try to adapt, you can bring that to Fantasy Studio Office. But that's one thing I want to prepare for, definitely. What we would do if we helmed Disney Star Wars, which whatever we can do that. I don't care what anybody say. I'm staying the course on that one.
Okay.
We can also do our own original space operas too for Next Studio Office, or the Next Studio Office, Fantasy Studio Office. Our very own horror stories or horror movies.
Very nice.
All right. Okay. Gotcha.
You know what? As I'm thinking this right now, we can just slip into each genre with Fantasy Studio Office. We've already covered DC, Marvel. We can after we cover Star Wars, we can get into different genres. We can start with horror. In fact, we could do that every single month, once a month. How about that?
I like it.
Yep.
I'll probably be on
I'm
board with that.
interested.
You have my interest. Now you have my attention. But no. So yeah, that's you know what? That's what we're gonna be doing. For every month, hopefully, we can do a fancy studio office exploring different genres.
Mm-hmm.
And pitch our own story ideas. How long is it gonna go considering that we're even time? Actually, you know what? Let's do it like twice a month to cut down on the evening time.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
I can work with that.
So let's just say this to split. Let's split on that one. For 1 week, we do a Tuesday with Schooner and whoever's with us. Then the next week we do it on Thursday for whoever's going to be with us.
That'll work.
So part 1, part 2, or A and B. We'll do that. Anyways, don't want to hold too much more, so let's just end it with this one. Once again, you guys, it's the Welcome Air with you guys, your werewolf, inspiring you guys, uplifting you guys, push you guys to be creative no matter what it is. You don't have to be famous. You don't need to pursue fame. Create, regardless. You're always creating. So stay creating. If it doesn't amount to anything, no matter what, keep creating. Just like the great late Disney said, keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I have to remind you guys, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet. I ain't howling tonight. And don't y'all howl.
Too late.
You mother.
Schooner!
Had enough yet?
No.
I'm ready when you are.